This is a new game by the same people who did Strange Horticulture, which we finished on last Sunday. And now I understand why I got that game for free. It was advertisement and a way to hook me in for the next one. And indeed, I am quite hooked in. So here we are. We're going to be playing this new one. As a thaumaturge's apprentice, there is a lot to learn. Every object must be treated with care, and it is important to identify the harmful from the harmless, the potent from the mild. It was only supposed to be a temporary arrangement when Eli left the shop Strange Antiquities in my hands. None of us knew that by then the pendulum was already swinging with a terrible certainty that could not be stopped. Gosh, that's dramatic. The ravens were an omen, a circling unkindness of black wings and cheerless cries that seemed even then to signal the start of a rising dread. It's a little loud for me here. I don't know for you guys, that was a little loud. Ooh, this is well done. Ooh, I like it. But yes, welcome in. I see you, Mr. Robot. I see you, Mr. The Juice. How have your days been? How are you doing right now? I'm doing so good. I'm so excited about this game. Any good game like this is definitely going to make me really, really happy. And we still can pet the cat. We can still pet the cat. Oh, your day was boring? No, it's okay. A boring day is not a bad thing. It just means then that you can have like a really nice evening to make it better. The cat is reacting to my hand, but I don't fully understand how it works. Okay, I can do this maybe. Can I pull your little tail? Can I pull it and annoy you? I can't annoy the cat. This is not a real simulation. I have made also this game spider free for our arachnophobic people. We have no spiders in this game. This is really cool. This is Torque, I think it's called. It's a kind of necklace. Here we have a Christmas decoration. Obviously, everybody knows you put bats in Christmas trees. Oh, you like spiders? I actually like spiders too. They're probably the only little critter that I like. But I do think we have a couple people in the chat who are very afraid of spiders, so I have removed them from the game. It's comfy. In great mood. I am in such a great mood right now. I kind of don't want to touch anything, but I kind of want to touch everything, you know? Like in an antique shop, you kind of want to touch everything. I can move this. Or not. Oh, I can put it on a different... Oh, I love this. You know what? We're going to put our plant up here. I like that. Oh, look at this. Like a hand of glory. Can I put it outside? Yes, I can. Can I put it in the middle? I can't. I saw the option when I looked at the options and I just thought, you know, that makes sense to kind of be careful for people who are afraid. This one is really pretty too. What the fuck does that do? Wait, I don't want to activate anything by mistake. Let's have a customer. They're in the middle now. I have the customers in the middle. I have been called away to assist in an urgent matter in Ravenglass and must leave at once. Hello, hello, and to welcome in. I'm leaving the shop in your care with some reluctance, I might add. Make use of my reference materials here. Take this. Okay. We have a book. We have a book. Where do I put it? If in doubt, study it carefully. And remember that there are some powerful artifacts here. Under no circumstances should you seek entry to any locked doors, drawers, or cupboards. I will definitely do that, my good sir. In fact, safest not to touch anything at all. Well, I'm gonna touch everything. I should be back in a few days. Literally, before the guy came in, I was just like, this is an antiquities place. I want to touch everything. I literally put my paws on everything. My dude, I did it already. You're doomed. This shop is doomed. Yeah, this game got a cat too. We can pet the cat too. Yeah, little kitty. Little kitty. But yeah, welcome in too. How was your day? Everybody's doing pretty good from what I understand. I think my day is always better when I'm close to the end of the day like this and I can play video games. So this dude just abandons us. We can navigate. We have a whole ass shop now. We have a whole ass shop. Oh god, look at this hand. We have a thing to weigh stuff with. Okay, I'm gonna put the hands together. It makes sense. Okay, can we go further this way? No, okay. And these are locked behind a special key. We just need clavilium. I think it was the thing. Clavilium was the plant. We just put it here and we could open it. Why would anyone entrust this door to Lamb? Good question. Don't tell the guy he made a mistake, okay? Just don't tell him. He doesn't need to know. What is this? Look at this. Alright, and we can go down, which is where we could study our stuff. So I guess I could put this here and open it. Amazing! I have no idea what these words mean. This is great. My day has been good. Recovering from a fever. Oh no. Playing No Man's Sky. Waiting for you to stream so I can do. Oh, you're sweet. Yeah. Recovering from a fever though. That's kind of bad. Are you okay? Like, what? I hope you're gonna be treating your whatever's happening. But that sucks. I don't know what these are. It really is just that. It's just in order. Oh, that's a good way to draw, actually. It's a good way to have a dedicated time. What if I was drawing on the stream? Then it would be kind of weird. It would be all of a drawing circle. An ecumenical is a receptacle commonly featuring a memento mori that acts as an aid to recollection. A memory cannot reside in both the mind and the ecumenical at the same time, and it cannot be stored indefinitely. When a memory has been left for long periods, it can begin to emit unpleasant vapors. An empty ecumenical, on the other hand, has an ominous presence pulling at the threads of one's mind. I'm guessing these are the items we already have here. A binding seed, an ethereal key, the eye of Cernunnos. That's a god of trees and nature or something like that. Okay. Guise of Lillian, a hearing charm, a heart chamber. Oh god, the name of it. Doing fine. Super weird. Definitely felt sick and experienced my typical effect from being sick, but I also didn't feel sick. Like just kind of a fever and like feeling grimy. I don't know why. I associate a specific smell to being sick. So like if I smell that when I'm starting to get like a cold, I just know it's a cold. I know it's not like allergies or something like that. Lem's siphon. That's us. Hey, it's the same as the sheep snap that we've seen before. A plan said to bring good fortune. Used to reverse the effects of a black heart curse, a skilled hand is required to perform the procedure, drawing the curse from the body over the course of several hours. The instrument is made using the dried seed part of a sheep snap plant. Interesting. So we have some callbacks to the other game. Libula? Huh? Oriford Spire? I don't know what this is. It doesn't look like a spire. An Ossic ring? Wait, what is it? Fortune, the serpent goddess. I like a serpent. Restful mother. Again, the plants that we've seen before. I like that. The sextrum? What is that? Protects against insanity. Huh. Also, the night before while sleeping, I became super warm and started feeling cold, but it went over rather quickly. It was like my body was simultaneously sick and fine at the same time. I think that is a sign of a fever. When you get like super hot and then cold, it's because your temperature becomes warmer than the temperature in the room. So then you start feeling cold because you're so hot yourself. A shadow catcher design. This is so cool. Shimmer. Silent breath. The Cernunnos wearing his torque. Oh, we have the torque. The void of Cernunnos. The name voice of Cernunnos is used to refer to any bronze torque that has certain imbued properties. With skill, such an item can be used to read the patterns of nature that are otherwise hidden to us. Cernunnos is a pagan god of the forest and nature, exactly what I said earlier, typically depicted as a man with the antlers of a stag and often wearing or holding a torque. I have seen depictions of him like a satyr also. Not just a man, but like a half goat kind of figure. Yeah, however, staying home for one more day for safety, for sure. That is the smart and good thing to do. I would do the same in your situation. Oh, I like that we have an index with certain like subject terms, so that if they talk about something, we can kind of see what kind of item is related to that word. I like that. All right, this is a good book. I'm gonna leave it here. Can I do that? Yeah, I can do that. Perfect. We're gonna have a new customer. How does this work? Congratulations! Today is the day you meet the great Thomas Pope. Oh, great. I thought you were gonna say, you know, you got your shop. That's me. I'm a man of two loves, fresh mountain air and a little white dog called Hamish. Good for you. But I reserve some room for laughter among friends and shops with cats in them. Isn't that great? Yeah. If you would be so kind, I'm looking for a replacement for my hunter's boon. Okay. Use the right button on an item to inspect it. I do remember the hunter's boon having something to do with the wolf in the symbols that we saw in our book here. Okay, we're gonna go back to the start. In the hunter's boon, see, there's a wolf. A hunter's boon is a primitive item. They grant the power of the predator, enhancing perception and agility. They are made from trophies taken from slain beasts, with those from the deadliest predators being the most prized. They are simple items without embellishments. Okay, that's good to know. Another kind of funny thing, I get sick so rarely, I sometimes miss the feeling of being sick. You miss it? Like you look forward to feeling sick? I don't get it. I just don't get it. Oh, would this be it? This would be it, right? Yellowy brown. It's a yellowy white color. Okay, that's great. The sense of touch. Smooth but with hard ridges. Smooth. Hey, it's a tooth. We know what it is. I'm nothing to remark. It doesn't have a sound. It gives me a sensation of power. Yeah, I think it is what it is. So this, I can name it. It's a positive attribute. I'm gonna put it in green. And what was the name of it? Shit, what was the name? A hunter's boon? Hunter's boon, I think. Okay, perfect. Hunter's boon. Yeah, and then I'm gonna give it to him. Yay, did it! Is a tiger's tooth, a trophy from a predator. On closer inspection, it gives a sensation of power. I like this game so much. I miss getting to stay home and cozying up in my freezing sickness. You know what? I pretend I'm sick in order to do that sometimes. Like I call in sick at work and I just tell them, I got a cold, I'm not feeling good, and I stay home and I get cozy in my PJs and I watch TV shows all day. Like sometimes you don't need to actually be sick to have like the right to just enjoy some of your time on this planet, you know? At least that's my opinion. Okay, a Selenic totem that's got to do with the moon. These carved totems were commonly known as moon hearts, can be imbued with sentiment or feelings such as love or joy. They sometimes feature crescent shapes associated with both the Selenic and Noctic disciplines. Indeed, the form of the item itself will often have a connection to either the moon or the night. Do we have anything that's like moon shaped? This is sort of moon shaped. I'm kind of curious about it. It's kind of a Coptic design, I think, right? Maybe? Okay, wait. Color and composition. A cheap metal of some kind, probably pewter. Bone yellowed white. Brown fabric of some sort. Okay. Sense of touch. Engraved detailing. Hard and cool. Hard and somewhat rough. A rough fabric. Nothing to remark in terms of whatever else. And it doesn't have any power. I would say it looks kind of like it, but maybe I'm wrong. What is this here? It's the first person we've met. And the cat. The cat has an entry now. So the thaumaturge, Eli White. I like that name. I have known somebody with the last name White like this. It's kind of cool. Eli is a thaumaturge, a collector and curator of powerful objects. Objects that can be That to the untrained eye may appear dull and lifeless, but that in the right hands and armed with the right knowledge can be a gateway to so much more. For Eli, the quest to unearth and understand each new object has been the driving force of his adult life. As owner of strange antiquities, Eli is a stern master. He knows firsthand what can happen if the right precautions are not taken. He doesn't tend to show much emotion, but he does have a more tender side. A side that is mostly reserved for the store's cat, Jupiter! Jupiter! It's a cool name. I like that name. So on day 1, this is the exchange that we've had. Now Jupiter! What's his symbol? He's got a little eye, little triangle thing. And then Jupiter, the devourer of souls. Jupiter is the thaumaturge's cat, or more accurately, Eli is Jupiter's thaumaturge. Jupiter found strange antiquities, perhaps drawn to the curiosities within, and made it his own. Eli was more than happy to accommodate him, but he learned early on that Jupiter was his own master. His business is his own, but it largely consists of regular naps, terrorizing rodents, and midnight explorations of Undermere and beyond. What he does on his excursions is a mystery, but he seems to be well known among the town's residents. Yeah, the devourer of souls. He's got my job. He's stealing my job. I'm the one who's supposed to be eating souls. That makes no sense. Little cat, why did you steal my job? What else do we have? An archive. What is this? I have a growing fear deep within me. I cannot let it take hold. What is that? Okay, I'm not gonna touch that again. That cat is perfect. Jack Hungerford. The nights are drawing in again. Dark shadows hide dark deeds, or so my father always used to say. Seems like the shadows have grown darker since he passed 2 winters gone. A creeping dark has set up in my house. I'm told a shadow hold will draw it out. A shadow hold, yes, we do have that in our book. A shadow hold. We've seen that before. Can't other people have the same job as yours? Monopolies aren't good. You need competitors. Yeah, I guess. I just don't like copycats. Okay, that was a bit of a pun, but it's kind of an obvious pun. A shadow hold or oshadic vessel is a container of any kind. Sometimes a jar or a bottle or some sort of box. It can be used to contain an oshadic spirit, the manifestation known as creeping dark, pulling it from the shadows like poison from a wound. They are decorated with an elaborate design called a shadow catcher, which would be this. It is a shadow catcher design. It is not the shadow catcher design, so there could be more than one. What do we have that kind of resembles this? This kind of resembles this, right? This? My heart feels lighter. It's bronze. A raised detailing. It doesn't smell like anything. And I feel my heart is lighter. I don't feel that that would be it. Right? That cannot be it. It looks a lot like it though. God damn it. Oh, it's so similar. But they say it's a jar, bottle, some sort of box, which it isn't. This is a locket of some sort. This one kind of looks like it's a container. Oh, it's got the symbol, but it's kind of sideways. It's made of clay or in cork. Markings have been carved. It's hard and somewhat rough and spongy here. Okay. It's pungent. It smells. Okay. And nothing in terms of energy or whatever. I think that this is it though. So this is a shadow hold. I'm gonna name it. I think it is it good? Did we establish if it was a good thing? It can be used to contain a spirit. The manifestation known as creeping dark, pulling it from the shadows like poison from a wound. It doesn't do anything. It doesn't say if it's good or bad. Oh god, I can zoom in. So I'm not gonna use green for this one. I'm gonna make it purple because it's a neutral. Shadow hold. Right, that was the name. Shadow hold? Yeah, shadow hold. I'm gonna give it to him. Yay, got it. The item is a container of some kind. The design on the bottle is the same as the sketch. So we got the same design twice. A sun bond. Something is small and lightweight, designed to be carried discreetly and made of a non-precious metal of some kind, using a gemstone of light. They carry the warmth of something something. Okay. I could do an auto-labeling, but I kind of had so much fun labeling myself that I don't want to do the auto-labeling. What's with all these ravens flying around about Undermirror today? Shit, it's the same guy as David Schaefer. It's the same dude. I can't remember ever seeing anything like it. Not a good day to be the sort who believes in dark omens. There's no dark omens, my dude. It's just crows. A letter for you. Yay! I like how physical everything is. We discovered some papers in a hidden desk drawer in the boatyard last night. Mr. Jones almost threw them in the fire pit, but I asked to take a look at them first. That man does like to burn things. They look old. Maybe there's nothing of much use here, but I thought of you when I came across an entry on the shin. Charlie Weathers. Exactly, ravens do not deserve to be called bad omens. They're great. I don't understand why this exists though. I'm gonna leave it here, I guess. That's fine. Oh god, that's not what I want. Then let's have somebody else come in. Oh god, the eye moves. The eye looks at my hand. I want an Ossic ring. Ossic. That's a pleasing word to hold on the tongue. An Ossic ring. Os is like a word for French for bone. Does it have anything to do with bones? Maybe. These somewhat macabre objects were originally made as offerings to the goddess Fortune. I'm probably not saying that right, but the practice fell out of favor as belief waned. They are hard to come across now, but they are occasionally sought out for their ability to keep vermin at bay. Oh, because the snake scares the vermin. That makes sense. Some say that they can hear Fortune's unearthly hiss when they hold an Ossic ring to their ear. So we are going to be listening in at our gorgeous little items. Yeah, they're smart, they're clever, they're beautiful. Mostly they're beautiful, I think. In my opinion, I just find them just so pretty. This is not helpful. The image is useless in our search right now. I'm just supposed to find a ring that makes a hissing sound. What if I check this one? You know this? Is there a sound? It doesn't have a sound. How about this one? Nothing to remark. A ring. A ring. I was expecting an actual ring. Would this be something? Oh, a serpent whisper emanates from within. So that would be it. The Ossic ring. What else do we have? Bone, yellowed white. Brown twine of some kind. Hard, somewhat rough, coarse fibers. Nothing new. There's the sound of a serpent. It has some evil quality to it. I do not like to hold it. And we call it an Ossic. It's got evil to it, so I put it. Well, I mean, it's neutral. I mean, it's kind of good though because it keeps vermin at bay, even if it seems evil. So yeah, he needs that. He needs it more than me. Made of bone, this item satisfied the description macabre. Close inspection confirms that a hissing noise can indeed be heard. Perfect. And an evocant. These stone items weigh the same as a man's heart, according to popular myth. The truth is a little less dramatic, but the weight of these items is nevertheless important. Should not stray more than a hair from a precisely 1 pound. They're placed on the chest of those that coma to draw them out. Interesting. I like this little lore thing that they have here. So yeah, we already have 3. And the ones that we have, I feel like I should put them all in the same area, you know? So all the ones that we do have, that they are good, I'm going to put them here. And this one was kind of neutral. I'm going to bring this one closer and this one closer. They're found, you know? Oh, it's a new person, Edmund Bishop. The behavior of these ravens is disturbing, to say the least. A lot of men coming to visit us. As a rule, they only come together to feed. Ravens are omnivores, carrion eaters mostly, but they'll take anything they can get their talons into. And they'll kill if necessary. I didn't plan on dropping in today, but there's something happening out there and I'd like to know what. A voice of Sir Nunos might help put me at ease, or it might do the opposite. I mean, that's literally it. That is the voice of Sir Nunos. It's a torque. Yeah. Uses this item is made of bronze. A similar looking item appears around the neck of Sir Nunos in the sketch. That's the voice of Sir Nunos. A spirit eye. I'm gonna put it in green. Well, purple. I don't. No, green. Voice of Sir Nunos. It's perfect. I'm gonna put it all the way on the right. Perfect. Of course, there are a lot of new people. You are 30 minutes into the game. What? No, in the sense that we've only had men visit us. That's the only thing. I noticed because I make all the voices a little bit different. And I was just like, another guy that I have to invent a new voice for. And I'm just like, I don't sound like a guy. Like, I could pretend to sound like a guy, but I don't. The ornithologist. Oh, he's into birds. Edmund Bishop, the 14th Lord of Gleaston Castle, is a man of wealth and privilege like the 13 before him. He is a man who would be easy to despise, as his father was, but he is well loved by those who know him. Now retired, he was a professor of ancient languages at the University of Cumbria, but his real passion is birds. His students learn to divert particularly dense lectures on Latin declension by asking about local owl species or by quizzing the professor on increasingly exotic bird calls. Edmund was only too happy to oblige, spending hours recounting stories of his adventures in Africa and New Zealand. Interesting. That's a very interesting guy. He's got a lot of things in common with me. I love me some birds. I love me some ancient languages. I have studied Latin. I have never been to Africa or New Zealand. That's the only thing. And also, I'm not an old man and I'm not a professor. Also, I'm not a lord of some territory of any sort. Well, we had a really good day. Ooh, we have 17 days. The black mare thundered through the icy rain, shining wet in the silver moonlight. Her cloaked rider was exhausted, cold and soaked to the bone. He knew he would not survive the night if he did not reach Back Barrow. Okay, we got the story of a character on horseback this time. Oh god, what is happening? Classic way to get out of hearing normal lectures. Ask your teacher about something they're much more interested in and get a much more interesting lecture. Yeah. And then when you have an exam later down the road, you know, you don't need to, you have a bunch of questions canceled out because the teacher just comes in and is like, yeah, we didn't cover that. So, what am I drawing right now? What am I drawing? Manacles? Yeah, manacles. An escaped prisoner ran northwest. He hid me in the first building he came to. Okay, are we gonna have a map again? What is happening? Oh, that's his tail. Hello, I'm gonna be scratching you. It's best if the teacher is also very interested in what they teach. Yeah, I think my Latin professor was very obsessed with Latin, but you could get her off topic by talking about like Roman figures, people who wrote Latin texts. Then she would just go on about it, and we would skip some information. But the thing was, that class was very, very difficult. So any like tangential conversation was really a problem. Okay, so what do we do now? Verona Green, it's Our Lady. Ah, well, that's just perfect. Undermere, fizzing with fear over these ravens in the thaumaturge, has left his apprentice in charge. Sorry, my dear, that was rude. Pay no attention to me. I'm an old lady who got out of the wrong side of the bed. These ravens have got under my skin is all. Please do not let Eli know that I was looking for him next time you see him, and pass on my thanks for letting me borrow his copy of Hermetic Symbology. My favorite teacher I've ever had was a history teacher, and he loved it. My favorite teachers have been English teachers, I think. They're the ones that I got along with the most. Probably why I ended up teaching, but not teaching, but learning. Hermetic Symbology? We've got more shit! So much shit! All of this shit. What am I supposed to do with all of this? Some of these are runes. So these are all made up. Oh, protection. We do have that symbol above on one of our items here has a protection on it. Celestial. Diurnal. Ah, Noctic of the night. Diurnic of the day. Wow, these symbols are interesting. An individual. Mantic of the mind. Sick of the body. Ah, that's not what I want. Okay. Poison. That's what I was trying to see. It's kind of similar. The one thing I always tell about him is that he managed to get our entire class to skip our break to keep listening to him twice. That is the sign of a very, very good teacher. Vinegar? What the hell? Okay, earth, air, fire, water. That's the first time that I see symbols in here that I recognize. Tallow, ashes, oil, soap. I feel like I'm about to do some alchemy in here. Oh, antimony. Also kind of fits the antimony symbol here. Platinum, zinc. I mean, yes, Saturn. I was like, this is not lead, but then if it's Saturn, it fits. Quicksilver, Mercury also makes sense. Silver, the moon. Iron, Mars. Gold, the sun. Copper, Venus. Planetary metals. The seasons. This is beautiful. Oh, rebirth. We did have that symbol somewhere. Oh, there is also the little house here. But wait, this one is a rebirth? Didn't we have that somewhere? Here, this one. It's got the little swirly swirl. Huh. Well, that's a really cool book. I'm gonna keep it here. This card, I don't know what to do with it. Do I have a place where I can put the cards? Oh, I can put it down there. I'll put the paper there. Okay, that's better. I don't think I've ever had a teacher manage to make people interested enough to stay for the break. But we've had a lot of like art teachers and math teacher forcing us to come back during the lunch break to do homework. It really sucked. Tess Sherwood, we have a child. I feel paralyzed. I have no job, no partner, no friends, no prospects. I heard a horned shackle might be the answer. A horned shackle. Do we have that? Oh, an example of an elaborate horned shackle. Horned shackles are used to bring about change in one's life, bestowing the ability to overcome personal demons. In use, the horns are rubbed between one's fingers, causing them to become worn smooth over the years. They can be worn as pendants, but are more commonly totems of some kind. There has to be horns to it. This one is a very bold symbolism. This one is protection. We saw the symbol before. Nothing else seemed... Oh, well, no. This one is like a metal thing. Huh. I would probably guess that this is the one. To touch, is that somewhat smooth? Somewhat rough. It's rough, not smooth. So I don't know. Would that be it? That isn't weird. That is so weird. A horned shackle. Cannot be this. It's smooth and ridged. What is this one? Hard and ridged. What is this? I don't even understand what it is. I would still say it's this one. The horned shackle. I didn't do it. My meter of unhappiness has gone up. Uh-oh. Wait, we have information on our occult scholar, Verona Green. She has been a constant in Undermere for as long as the streets have had cobblestones and the churches have had bell towers. She is respected and feared, which she revels in, and she is revered and admired, which she tolerates. Her knowledge of the occult world is second to none, and her expertise has steered the citizens of Undermere away from catastrophe on more than one occasion. The near misses of the Selenic Flame and the Woken Dandru are two such events that spring to mind. We did the Woken Dandru over the last weekend. She is of the opinion that no problem is so great, no obstacle so insurmountable, that it can't be diminished by a properly brewed pot of tea. Interesting. I thought it was this lady that had an entry. She don't. Well, I am upset that it's not this one. What is this one then? Hard and cool. Red paint, perhaps blood. It's stone. I need the horn. This is not horn, is it? It's wood. This, what is this? Pinkish gemstone, gold. What is this one? Stone. White paint. Wood. Bronze. Didn't it say it had to be a horn? Horn shackles are used to bring about change. And used, the horns are rubbed. Okay, they don't say it's made of horns. It has horns. That's what fucked with my brain. But this one also has horns. Oh, I think it's this one. I think it's this one because it does say that because people rub their fingers on the horns, they become worn smooth over the years. And more commonly a totem, which this is a totem. So this is the horn shackle. And I think it's a green one because people find it good. Horn shackle. There. Back. And then we'll give it to her. We did it! I did think it could be the metal one, but I really thought if it has to be worn smooth, it cannot be metal. The item has horns, and closer inspection reveals that the horns have been worn smooth. I'm gonna put it up here with the other stuff we identified. I mean, it's easy to be wrong. They intentionally give you stuff that is like misleading. Like this one also had horns. Could have been this one. At least the weather's looking a little bit out today. Okay, that's it. That's all you gotta say. Letter. Good day. You might be interested to hear that my plow overturned a strange looking object yesterday. Come to the farm and it's yours for the right price, of course. John Royston. Okay. We're gonna go there, I guess. Whenever we have a map of some sort. Do we have a map? We don't have a map. Ah, Jupiter, we meet again. Our paths crossed late last night on Princess Street. We shared a moment before he slunk off into the dark on important business, no doubt. I wonder if you can help me. I'm visiting my grandmother later and I wanted to bring her something. She lives all alone in the edge of town, out on Clanbrook Road, and I don't always manage to get out there as often as I'd like. I thought maybe a moon heart would bring her some comfort, so that would be the moon heart, probably. It has to be moon-shaped. Right? It has to be moon-shaped, so I think it's this one. It is. I'm gonna die. It's not the first time I would die in this game. God damn it! I thought it would be this. It has to be moon-shaped. Right? She called it, what was it? Moon heart? So the moon heart isn't in here, but it was a Selenic something. Selenic totem. Yeah, the moon heart. These carved totems, more commonly known as moon hearts, can be imbued with a sentiment or feeling such as love or joy, and then held tightly to recall the same feeling. They sometimes feature crescent shapes, associated with both the Selenic and Noctic disciplines. Indeed, the form of the item itself will often have a connection to either the moon or the night. There's the branch here. It's the branch, probably. It's the symbol of the moon in two ways. We do have the normal moon in here, and then the other one looks like a big square. Right? No. Shit. Wait, what is this one? Wisdom. Okay. Because this is the silver of the moon. It's a planetary metal. But then it has another symbol on it. This, the witch sign. Is that it then? Might not be it. I might be wrong again. But it's the only one that has a moon on it, isn't it? I'll try it. This thing has a moon on it. I think that's it. Oh shit, I'm dead. Oh, I'm not dead. I can... Okay, I can make more mistakes. Thank you. Which one has a moon on it? I don't get it. This one is wisdom. They sometimes feature crescent shapes associated with both the Selenic, which is, you know, just Selena, which is the goddess of the moon, and Noctic disciplines. Indeed, the form of the item itself will often have a connection to either the moon or the night. Oh, the bat is kind of a night creature, isn't it? Nothing to remark in terms of the emotion. It's made of iron. It's got a black gemstone in it. It's very cool. Every sound has become both louder and clearer. That's not it. Oh wait, an owl is kind of a symbol of the moon, isn't it? I'm overcome by a warm, loving emotion. I think this might be it. A light colored wood, and it is polished. This could be it. Finally. Okay, the Selenic totem. Because the owl is associated with the goddess of the moon. That's the only reason I associated. And it's also a creature of the night, right? Something like that. Okay, the owl is associated with the night. It bears a concealed crescent shape. Where? Oh, the head. Using the closer inspection tool tells me it imparts a feeling of joy. Yeah, we did that. Okay. Okay, we got it. God damn, I was getting tricked with that one. Then I'm gonna call it a Selenic totem. It was a very well hidden moon, god damn it. Okay. Well, I'm gonna put it with the other items that we have already identified over there. You missed a new model? But no, you didn't miss it. You can turn me into the new model at any time. If you look in the channel points reward, you can turn me into 2 new models. You can turn me into a cat girl, or you can turn me into a noodle. And those are the 2 items, the two models that I have. They're temporary. They last 20 minutes. You didn't miss nothing. Also, welcome in, Mr. Hussein. I hope you're doing well. And you'll be happy to know that in this game, there is a filter to remove spiders. So, yeah. If you stick around, you are not going to see these spiders. I put the filter on so they don't show up. Daisy Winters. A friend of mine, or a former friend, I should say, has been stealing jewelry from me. That's very former friend indeed, my lady. 3 necklaces have gone missing over the past few weeks, including one that was a gift from my late grandmother. Do you have a suitable pendant that I could leave lying out for her to find that will teach her a lesson and make sure it never happens again? So you want something cursed and mean. Sure, I could give you something that will make you... Oh, I could choose. I will need to make a choice. There are no wrong answers, but my decision will no doubt affect the events in motion outside my shop. So I could do a binding seed or a Zaya. Let's go see what the binding seed does. The binding seed. These items are made of two distinct materials representing the mentic and the weixic, the mind and the body. The winding path, the mind, is described by a spiral encompassing the body, the seed. A binding seed is a form of punishment that amplifies feelings of guilt and shame. The U labyrinth at Castle Morrigan, a larger-than-life binding seed. I'm guessing two materials, so it would probably be this one. This would be the binding seed. What is the Zia? Is it a good or a bad thing? Are we cursing people? We can if we want to. I haven't decided whether I want to do it because in this case, it is a friend of hers or a former friend of hers who stole necklaces. But I'm thinking maybe she stole necklaces for a good reason. Maybe she needs to like pay some debts or something. Even if a necklace is like a possession that is kind of sentimental, it is still an object. And if somebody needs to like pay for their medication by stealing, I don't want to punish them. At least in theory. I won't do that to you, Hussein. No, I don't curse real people. Just in games. The Zaya. What's a Zaya? Worn about the neck to place them closer to the heart. These innocent-looking items instill a sense of fear and paranoia. They can be difficult to remove. Zayas are made of any single material except wood or clay. They typically have no symbol or other writings upon their surface. That's not helpful. That is not a lot of options here. Oh, is the soul bond not working? Oh, you put the exclamation mark. It's not gonna work. Okay, yeah. 11%. Yeah. That's a sign. It's a sign you need to come around more often, Mr. Hussein. That's what it means. I don't know which one is a Zaya. Which one? Okay, the binding seed is the one that is the least... That is the least dangerous. It's not mean. Made of two distinct material with the winding path described by a spiral encompassing the body. This is two materials and it is a necklace. I'm thinking this is probably it. It's made of stone and dark wood, yew perhaps. It's cool and rough and gnarled and cool and smooth. It doesn't smell like anything. And I don't like how it makes me feel. So this is it. This is it. Probably. So that's the binding seed. I'm gonna call it the binding seed and I'm gonna make it... I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe blue. Maybe red. Because it kind of makes you feel guilty. It's not very nice. Hey, there's a 30% bar with N2. That's good. Oh, yeah. It's soul bond. But you got it. You got it. 30%. That's good. Almost a third of you is gone in my stomach. That's what it means. What's the other item though? It was the Zaya. Close to the heart, and it's a looking item. Fear and paranoia. They can be difficult to remove. Made of any single material except wood or clay. So that's probably this one. This would be the Zaya. Right? This one is a symbol. I mean, what is this one? It's two materials. Isn't it? Fluorescent blue glass and iron, yeah. But this one is one single material. So that would be the Zaya. I'm gonna name it Zaya and I'm gonna make it like it's evil. You don't wanna... We wanna be careful with that one. I'm gonna put it up here. I'm gonna put this one down here. Yay! Identified. So I could put this one down here. We got a couple identified stuff. That's cool. It could have been worded better. What do you mean? I eat your souls. That's what's happening. What else could it mean? Thing else. Oh, I met Burrows. They found the man just now in the house where all them ravens were. Okay. I wish I hadn't seen, but I did. He was sheet white, but it was his eyes that are going to give me nightmares. All black they were. It was like they weren't there anymore. I don't need to wait around for another sign. I'm taking my family to Sedberg, and I'll be taking a libula to see us safely through. What's a libula? We don't know what's a libula. Libula? I don't know. Libulae are purported to offer reassurance in times of upheaval and change, but they are not held in high regard by most scholars of the occult. That being said, an imbuement of wisdom shows that a libula is not merely decorative. There is power in symbology, as the old thaumaturges knew well. So that one with the symbol here, that is the libula. It has the wisdom symbol on it. Oh no, I'm dead. I died. What am I gonna do? What am I supposed to do? This is like Ouija board or something. Oh. What am I supposed to do? I don't know. Roll? Oh, it's dice. Kitty cat! Pick a segment of the seal and bank the dice to break it. Right? We're good, we're good, we're good. Right? Bang. Are we done? It had the protection symbol. Oh, you're right, it's not the wisdom symbol, it's the other one, the wisdom symbol. I mixed them up. The protection symbol is this. This is the one. The wisdom. Ah. Hello, welcome in, Ultima. Good morning indeed. It is such a morning here, it's already dark. I hope you're doing really good. I'm doing really good. We're playing this new game where this guy wants us to give him a new protection charm, and we're gonna give it to him once he stops talking. Yeah, that's the one with the wisdom on it. Libula. Yeah, there's a kitty. So I'm gonna identify it. The witch's finger. Not good, not good. I'm gonna identify it. It's a good one. It's a protection one. Libula. Good. It's gonna go up here. Yeah, there's a kitty. We can even pet the kitty cat. Look at that. Yeah. But yeah, it's the same game as the other one with the plants, but this one just came out literally today, and we have a whole shop of magical items, and we're supposed to like identify them, and we make our life kind of like helping people with their magical needs. I really like it. Pens? Who has pens? Nobody needs pens. Everybody penless. A deep pain radiated down the side of the rider's head, where he had sliced himself with the diverging hook, and his thoughts were scattered and torn. He could not see out of his left eye. We still don't know what the hell is happening with this guy. We don't know who he is or anything. It's weird. This is a weird little puzzle. Ah! What is that? A key? Looks like a key. That's our hint? That looks like nothing. It looks like nothing. What am I supposed to do with this? I'm gonna put it here. Wait, there is more to the shop I haven't explored. Oh, that's true. I didn't even check in here. We can explore finally. What is this? Is that a dice? Okay, I'm gonna close you, little book. Oh, that probably goes somewhere in here. Oh, interesting. I like this. What is this? Reminder, I've stored a couple of items in the cellar of the wine merchant next door. Okay. So we could go and get it at the wine merchant next door. Oh, we don't have the full map. We just have the tiny city map of Undermere now. Okay. Where are we? Where are we? What's Strange Antiquities is 29. It's here. So this would be the neighbor where... Yay! The proprietor of Mrs. Cranmore begrudgingly grants me access to the cellar when I explain that I'm from Strange Antiquities next door. Yes, well, take a lot of them out of here, would you? I can't say no to Eli after all. He's done for me, but I don't like the thought of those unnatural things in my cellar. Yeah, I get it. Oh, we have new items to identify. That's vinegar, isn't it? That's a symbol for vinegar. So I don't know what we're gonna do with some vinegar, but we got some vinegar in here. I like my little planty plant here. I'm gonna put this one here. We have this. Also, we have this thing here. I don't know what it is. I'm gonna put it up here. These are the things that I need access to when I'm doing my analysis. But we have. Ooh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, it does what it wants to do. Good. What is this? On atomic fields, all atomic objects produce a field of sorts. Although invisible to the naked eye, they can be observed by placing an object over an atomic lens. Atomic lens? A diurnal field pattern. These fields are not fully understood despite attempts to study them over the years. Do we have that atomic lens? Do we have that? I don't know. Oh, so this we don't really need it. We could put it in here in the archive. What is this? This is the map. Oh, so these are items that we need to store in here. This should not be in our little... No, that's not where I want you to be. Okay, I want you to be here. Yeah. So that's great. We did all of this. I don't think we can do anything here. Okay, that's good. So many things. I find it so much easier to like understand how things are organized now. What was the last thing we did? Did we identify it? Oh yeah, we did. It's the wisdom thing here. So we could also go back exploring. Like there's nothing preventing me from exploring again. And we did have this thing. An escaped prisoner ran northwest. Is there a prison? A church? A library? Mossy Wood? The pit? The convent? The old jail. 10? 10 is here. So if it's here, it is going northwest. He hid in the first building he came to. So here? Yay! The dilapidated warehouse is dark and imposing, and the struggling flame of my lantern does little to pierce its depths. I slowly search through its contents with a sense of despair, wondering if I'm even in the right place at all, when suddenly and unexpectedly I uncover something of value. More relieved than elated, I take the trinket back to the shop for further study and a warm drink. God, that's a creepy item. I'll put it here, I guess. It's kind of creepy. Also, this is definitely a thing, isn't it? Right? This is gonna be like buildings around here. There's gotta be some buildings with exactly this shape somewhere around town. Huh. Time to draw. Yes, indeed it is. Time to draw. What are you drawing this time? Yay! There is a narrow gap between the two houses, and I spy a small wooden chest wedged firmly inside. Slowly I manage to work it loose, and when it finally comes free, it shoots out onto the hard ground and snaps open, revealing its long hidden treasure. More objects. I love it. I'm gonna put this one here. I'm gonna put this one here. Yeah, we got everything in sight. I like it. It's all in the middle. Now, do we have anything we can do with these things? I'm gonna close this and put it away. What is this? You know what? I'll put that away. I don't know. I'll keep it. I'll keep it. I don't know. In the boatyard. We might need to go to the boatyard. Where would the boatyard be? 8. 8. The yard has seen better days. A mess of broken and rotten timber covers most of the outdoor space that isn't taken up by upturned boats, slowly being claimed by the weeds. In the middle of all of this, a man looks up from repairing a small rowing boat. "You must be from Strange Antiquities," he says with a smile. He takes me into the dilapidated office where 2 metal buckets collect drips of brown water and a thin window pane rattles with every footsteps. He pulls a sheaf of brown papers out of the desk drawer and places them gently in my hand. We have 2 new identified things. This game looks so soothing. It is. It's like a little puzzle. There's no danger except maybe, you know, killing yourself or killing somebody, but no immediate, intense, violent danger kind of thing. And it's just the same as the other one that we played over the weekend. When you gotta finish Tainted Grail, probably this week, I'm probably gonna finish, well, I mean continue at least. I'm still in the first, like, third of the game. I just made my alliance with Sir Galahad, so I'm pretty far from finishing. But I am super into it since I changed my build, so I'm definitely gonna finish it. Either I'm gonna sketch forth a random character or draw my avatar's creator. Ooh, that's interesting. I didn't know your robot self had a creator. I thought you were just a self-made robot. So we have a sleep vessel and something else I can't read. Apparently, as an afterthought and somewhat reluctantly, the man gives me something else as I'm leaving. "I've no use for it," he says. "Don't even know what it's for." That's a creepy one. So we got 3 protection symbols. 3 protection symbols, but can I put it here? I don't know what the other one is. The middle one. Oh, insanity. Protection against insanity, maybe? That's okay, that's an intense one. I'll put it right here. This one is now finished. We can put it away. Come to the farm and it's yours. Okay, we can go to the farm. I like that we don't have a timer anymore. The Greywick farm, probably? The scent of damp hay lingers in the air as crows pick at the muddy ground between weathered stone barns. The farmer lifts his gaze briefly, offering little more than a nod before turning back to his work. I don't think I'll find anything useful here. It said the farm. What do you mean? I was supposed to... Is there a place that's now called... Is just called the farm? The pit? The farm? Wait. Is Royston? Is that like a Royston farm? That's weird. Come to the farm. For the right price, of course. Oh, Royston farm. John grins as I struggle to hide my obvious interest in the item he shows me. Any hope that he might not be fully aware of its value quickly evaporates, and after a lengthy negotiation, I reluctantly hand over the amount he originally asked for. Ooh, look at this! It's so pretty! It's a crow raven creature. I could put it up here. Starting to be out of place down here. I love it though. It's so cute. It's a new person, Francesca Robertson. Good morning. Sorry, I'm a little distracted. I'm Francesca Robertson, a doctor of sorts. I assume you heard about Mr. Hungerford. It seems to be the talk of the town already. I'm used to dealing with maladies of an occult nature, but black eyes are certainly unusual. Shit, it's the guy that we met earlier. I've heard of something like this before, but I don't see how it could be the same thing. It's the guy that we met before, Hungerford. Either way, I'm hopeful an evocant will have some effect. An evocant? What the fuck is an evocant? These people know more about my own job than I do. Yeah, the Laura for my avatar needs a creator as they are made using stolen tech as it is not owned by the ones who own the tech. Oh, interesting. The Laura deepens. The doctor, Francesca Robertson. Growing up, Francesca's father was her hero. When he died suddenly and tragically in a mysterious incident, nobody seemed able or willing to give her the answers she demanded, and she grew tired of being fed the same stories that she knew could not be true. As she entered adulthood, she learned how to find things out for herself, and what she learned opened her mind to a world she hadn't known existed, a world of occult maladies and dark articles. She learned about Tormund's paralysis, Hobb's fear, and the Sapphire Curse, and she learned that these maladies could be cured. Interesting. She wants to evoke it. What the fuck is that? Let's go see. Oh, it's the thing that weighs the same thing as a heart? Exactly 1 pound. Yeah. The truth is a little less dramatic, but the weight of these items is nevertheless important. They're placed on the chest of those in a coma to draw them out. This looks a lot. It's the idea of the weight of it. And there's not much of a description to it. So what am I supposed to do? I find something that weighs exactly 1 pound? What if I put this on here? Is that a pound? How do I know? Do I have a man's heart to compare? This is not helping me, is it? You have to run, get ready, that's all good. You go and have some fun. Hope you have a really amazing day. It's so strange that you're like tomorrow right now. I'm still like, I can't understand it. You have a good day. Thank you for coming by. Man's heart. What does a man's heart weigh? It is weird. I'm never gonna get used to it. You're the future lady. That's what you are in my brain. Everybody who's like in the future is like future people. I'm the past people. How do I know the weight of a pound? Is the cat one pound? That'd be funny. Can I have like a pound of chicken to compare it with? We have no idea. No idea what kind of item it is. It has no description. None of these indicates any sort of weight other than putting on here. What about this? It doesn't seem too heavy. Is that 1 pound? Maybe. Is this 1 pound? Is this 1 pound? It's very heavy. I don't know. This puzzle is a lot more difficult than I thought it would be. This? No, you don't want to go on here. That is very heavy. For some reason. Really a difficult conundrum, yeah, right? All of these kind of weigh a lot though, so I have a feeling this one is like the lightest of them. But how do I measure something to be exactly 1 pound? Is a book a certain weight? Wait, maybe. Wait a second. Is there anything in here? Yes! I thought there had to be like a sort of way to compare weights. So that is definitely more than a pound. That is also way more. Maybe this? It's just a little bit less, so maybe? This is creepy as fuck. Probably not. That is more. Would that be it? That would be kind of creepy. If that is it, that would be creepy. Okay, that's not it. Would that be it? Ah. Hey. Nice slice. Would that be it? Oh god, that is heavy. The book said not a hair more or less than 1 pound. Right? Should not stray more than a hair. So it strays, it can stray, but just a little bit. Which is probably not even visible on this thing. This is exactly 1 pound. We will go with this very creepy item. I'll put it here for now, and I just want to analyze it completely. Perhaps blood and stone. It's hard and cool. It doesn't smell like anything, and it doesn't feel like anything. I think that's an evocant. Yes, we got it. Thank you so much. The fact that you said he was closer, I'm just like, yeah, it cannot be the one that I had set aside. It's made of stone. Weighing the item using my scale shows it is exactly 1 pound. Perfect. I'm just gonna name it. And since it's a good thing, what was it again? Evocant. This is perfect. Can I put it here? Yeah. Can I put it here? Okay, wow, I can put so many items in one row. This is interesting. Okay. But that was a stressful one to get, Evocant. Temperance Parker. I love virtue names. Like mine, Lamentation is a virtue name. I had a quiet chat with Edmund Bishop in the Guilty Ram last night. He's always got an interesting story to tell, but last night he was different. I can tell he's worried, which has got me worried too. I know it's not much, but I'd like a shield charm all the same. A shield charm? What the fuck is a shield charm? Probably this, which has the protection symbol on it. Generic charms of protection have little to offer the skilled thaumaturge, but can have some small effect. An Oshadic spirit or a wandering shroud will not abide them, for example. Such charms make use of the art of symbology, an ancient and some would say primitive component of thaumaturgy. They can be made from a variety of materials, though rarely precious metal. This is pewter, so that would be it. That's a shield charm. Yeah, we did it! Shield charm. I'm gonna call it. It's not a big thing, but you know. Shield charm. It's not a very positive item. It's positive enough that I probably can't put it in here, can I? Oh yes, I can. God damn, I can put so many things in the same place. Hello, hello. Hugh Langston. There's something I wanted to show you. Okay. I didn't like the look of it, so I left it where I found it. What if it's cursed? It was hanging behind an old shed and all overgrown with ivy. Let me draw a quick map for you. Yes, please. There. We so want to see this little map. Oh god, that's hard to find. That looks like a church symbol, so let's go find the church on the map and hope we find a little hole. Where is the church? Church. Maybe this here is a church. Yeah, it's here. The shed is actually a wooden summer house that looks out over the pond, but it's clear that it hasn't been used in some time. Thick brambles claw their way up and over one side of the structure, and ivy covers the rest in a mottled green cloak. I find what I'm looking for to the rear. Parts of the ivy have been torn away recently, revealing an amulet hanging from a rusted nail. Something else catches my eye as I reach for it, and I notice that there is another pendant hanging next to it, almost completely hidden by the ivy. They're cute! They look absolutely harmless. They look just sweet little pendants, you know? Pretty sure they're safe. Verona Green. Eli's picked a bad time to leave Undermere. I've come from the Hungerford house where I've been helping Dr. Robertson and looking for any clues about what happened there. There wasn't much to go on. I did find a shattered Oshadic vessel, but whatever did this was no creeping dark. No, and indeed, I even gave him empty, so there was a strange black stain on the flagstone floor that I didn't like the look of. And the ravens, very unusual, but at least they seem to have dispersed. I don't know what to make of it. I'm going to take a trip to Gleeson Castle to see if Edmund Bishop can shed any light on their behavior. But first, I would like a vestiger. Whatever this is, we don't want it spreading. Okay. A vestiger? Never mind, no drawing today. Feels too late to begin. I'll try again tomorrow. That's all good. You gotta do what you gotta do. Sometimes I feel inspired, but I don't have the energy. Sometimes I have the energy and I don't feel inspired. And you have to listen to yourself. A vestiger can be used to prevent the spread of disease and pestilence. Among other oddities, flames burn pale blue in their presence. I'm just gonna bring these close to the flames there. Is that gonna do anything? Maybe. Doesn't say what it is, so I'm just trying all of them. Is that a vestiger? Is that— oh! Well, that is a vestiger, alright. Interesting, let's check it out. This is gold, a blue gemstone, a green gemstone, turquoise gemstone, and stone. It's interesting. And sense of touch is cool. A raised detailing. It's warm, so it's cool and warm together. I have nothing to remark on any sound. Okay. And nothing to remark on any feeling about it. Huh. So this would be a vestiger, which prevents the spread of maladies. Therefore, it is a positive item. And I will give that to you, my lady. I feel like anybody who is ever left behind by like their bosses or whoever trained them at their job, and the person just leaves them with a very big book that you're supposed to use as like a resource, and then you have people coming in to like, hey, I want this very specific thing, and you're like, I don't know what it is, and you start looking through a book. One, it's stressful as fuck because you got somebody who thinks you're a specialist and you're not, and you're just reading a book and hoping that you're interpreting the information correctly. So that's really bad. But then it's also like, in this case, it can be life or death. I could give them the wrong thing and kill them. So we identified a new thing. I probably can't put it here. Can I? Shit, we can still put more. Look, that's too many. That's getting too many in here. I'm gonna put all the red stuff here. This is a neutral, I'll put it here. Green, neutral, red. We're gonna end the day and get a new puzzle. 2 days earlier, the writer and his fellow adventurer were deep underground, exploring the tunnels below the Kirkhead Tower, where they made a discovery. Their elation at their find would soon turn to horror. Oh, okay, we're doing a thing here. Oh, what the hell is a key? Yeah, it looks like a key. What's our new hint? After a disagreement between two houses, I was buried behind lock and key. Huh? Huh? After a disagreement between two houses, I was buried behind lock and key. Is there a place called Lock and Key? Is that a thing? Lock and Key. I'm reading all of these things right now. It's not looking... Oh, Lock House. 7. Or 7. What the hell? Am I blind? I am, probably, yes. Oh, here is 7. This is lock, and this is key. So behind lock and key would be here. Yay! A large flat slab of granite marks the otherwise empty field. It bears an inscription. On this spot, in the year 1813, Arthur Key did shoot and kill the beloved horse of Wellington Lock. Buried at the foot of the slab, I find an unlocked chest containing a handful of legal documents, as well as a pistol and another item that catches my attention. A stone pendant of some sort. We're gonna put it here. Perfect. Come in, visit her. Well, the shop is still standing. Oh, that's our dude. That's something. Say what you will about Undermere, but this town is never quiet for long. I leave for a few days and suddenly everyone's talking about ravens and curses and diseases and dead people. Sure. I'm going to need to find Verona to get up to speed on what's going on. I mean, I could get you up to speed. I've been up to speed. At least I didn't come away from Ravenglass empty-handed. Oh, are you bringing me some friends? I can always rely on quiet Susan to unearth an interesting trinket or two. Oh, is he gonna give it to us? Wait. What is this? It looks pretty cool. Where am I gonna put it? Here. Come in, new customer, Edith Moore. She's wearing the medallion. She stole it. I am not a good person. I'm pushing away the only people I care about. Help me do better, please. I have to change, but I don't know how. How about you sell me back your necklace? What do you have that can help me banish my inner demons and make changes stick this time? We did read something about inner demons last time, didn't we? Demon. The horn shackle, was that the one? The horn shackle are used to bring about change in one's life, bestowing the ability to overcome personal demons. Yes. And it was this one. She's gonna bring change to her life. Good luck, milady. Francesca Robertson, the doctor. The evocant didn't snap Mr. Hungerford out of it, unfortunately, so he's not sick with the disease. It's strange, at times he appears almost awake but he is deep in some kind of trance and I can't get anything out of him. Oh yeah, he's unconscious, it's a coma. He seems to be searching for something. Okay, I'm beginning to suspect this is beyond my skill set, but I'm not willing to give up so easily. I know it's a bad idea, but I'm going to need a sleep vessel to get me through this week. So you're trying not to sleep? What's a sleep vessel? Sleep vessel. The 6 points of a sleep vessel are said to represent the 6 stomach disciples, disciplines: Selenic, Dradic, Noctic, Diurnic, Wyxic, and Mentic. They help people to stay awake beyond any natural limits by storing their fatigue. Over time and repeated use, they become more and more difficult to handle, as though the undreamed nightmares within are beginning to seep out. Six points. Would that be it? Gold, black gemstone, and dark green gemstone. I don't know. It's weathered to the touch. It doesn't smell or sound like anything, and it doesn't feel like anything. So it doesn't seem like it's much of a 6 thing. This is also there is a darkness to it, as if it holds untold fears inside. Whoa, that's intense. Bronze and iron, and it's somewhat painful to touch, and it doesn't smell like anything. What the hell is that thing? This is also 6-pointed. Iron gray metal flecked with dark red. It's not rust, it's blood. Okay, that's dark. Raised detailing. A substance flakes off and leaves a mark on my fingertips. Ooh. It doesn't sound or smell like anything. It has an energy about it, but that's it. This one is also a 6-pointed thing. Crackling energy flickers in the depth of my mind. It's just a bronze. It's got some engraved symbols. It is cool and smooth to the touch. It doesn't smell or sound like anything. What else do we have that has 6 points? Maybe we should look at what the symbols mean too. Yeah, this one though is like protection, 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 and this is madness. So this one is probably a protection against madness from what I understand. This is vinegar. And I don't remember what this one was. This one is a 2-side. What is this one? It has a smell like a rotten egg. It's green porcelain, gold, a white feather, and pinkish gemstone. Cool and smooth, soft. And it has nothing special. I don't know what a 6-pointed thing could be. Right? That's what it says. The 6 points of a sleep vessel. I mean, it's a vessel. It needs to be a container of some sort. Right? They help people to stay awake beyond any natural limits. Over time and repeated use, they become more and more difficult to handle, as though the undreamed nightmares within are beginning to seep out. What is this one? It doesn't feel like anything. It's a dark green gemstone, it's wood, it's bronze. They are carved, it's rough, cool, and smooth and pointy. Well, it's just 4 points. It's not 6 points, unless these two also count as points. It doesn't smell like anything. This one is very pretty. I like it a lot. It feels a little warmer than I would expect, and this is polished. Interesting. 6 pointed. This is not 6 pointed. This one is 6 pointed. And it does feel like there is a darkness. I think this is the one. I think this is it. Yay, it did it! This item has 6 points and closer to the special reveals the darkness within. Perfect. So I'm just going to identify it. It's kind of a neutral. It's positive. Sleep vessel, right? That's what she called it. Yeah, sleep vessel. So it is now identified and it is kind of a good item. Alright, next one. Althea Oshi. Many years ago, I owned this silent breath, but it was already old when I inherited it, and its power died soon after. What the fuck is a silent breath? It's about time I replaced it. Sure. What the fuck does that do? I would personally put it under neutral, as it is both powerful and positive and negative. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I was thinking about it too. So I'm gonna put it in neutral. Yeah. Neutral. Yeah, but now these ones are really just bad. I mean, this one's also kind of neutral, I guess, because it's not like it's just making you feel guilty about decision. Okay. A silent breath. There are those that consider the white heart a prize to be claimed, but there is no glory to be had from killing such a noble guardian of the forest. That's interesting. I read a recent story. It's a Warhammer horror. It's a fantasy Warhammer, and there's a whole like novel about a bunch of characters who are hunters whose entire like their main quarry is unicorns, and it was kind of a story like that. The idea of like killing the noble guardians of the forest was kind of bad. Also went way beyond that, obviously. The story was beyond just unicorns, but it was very interesting how they represented unicorns in a very different way from what we're used to. A silent breath contains a small token taken from a living white stag. While the stag lives, the item will retain its power, allowing the bearer to sense danger before it arrives. Okay, would that be it? It looks like it might contain something, you know? It's clay, but it looks like it's got little cuts into it. It's textured, it's pointy, and there's no sound or smell, so I don't know if that would be it. Do we have anything else that looks like it contains a part of a stag? I say it's this one, the silent breath. It isn't! Sense of danger, I guess. We're gonna have to go with our senses. Maybe not, because if I don't have any sense of danger coming right now, then I'm not gonna get any sort of feeling. A token from a living white stag. What is this made of? An orange gemstone and gold. Is this? I thought at first it was bone, but it is in fact clay, painted to look like bone. A dark blue gemstone. Okay. It's not bone. What is this though? Stone, gold. Doesn't smell like anything. It is warm. Hard and cool, engraved detailing. Interesting. Nothing. I feel a pulsating power like a beating heart. Is that what it needs to do? I have a feeling it has to be something you wear, like a necklace. It wouldn't make any sense. What are these here? This is wood. I thought it might have been like maybe bone. This one is so cute. It's tarnished silver. I love it. It's so cute. Could this be a part of a stag? Oh, it's a fossilized creature of some sort. Okay. Not what I thought. This is not a stag's horn, is it? Oh, it's wood. Okay. What is this though? Slate. It's a piece of stone. What is this? A white hair. That would be it. Silly me. A glass filled with a blue liquid. It's cold. Nothing to remark on the smell. It seems to make the hair stand up on the back of my neck. This is it. What's the name of it? Silent breath. And that's a very positive one. Silent breath. I was not picturing this one. All right. Well, there you go. This one is positive. Rufus Shelley. I've always wanted to try a Daedalus link. I have a personal interest in the celestial branch, so I'm not completely new to such things, nor am I ignorant of the risks. And now I have a good reason for it. I need to take care of some roof repairs, and this would seem the safest way to approach it. And what? Daedalus link? What is that? These names are amazing, by the way. I love the naming conventions that they have in this game. Look at this guy, he's floating in a bubble. A Daedalus link is a powerful object capable of producing a levitation field. The field is extremely fragile, however, so it would be prudent not to take risks. These items are surprisingly light in weight. Their designs vary, but they might point to some facet of flight, a feather, or the wings of a bird or insect, for example. This kind of looks like a feather or an insect shape, you know? It's just rough and polished. It's dark purple and slate. I mean, it's stone. This kind of is a flying thing. What was that sound? Do we have a timer or something? What was that sound? Do we have all the time in the world or do we not? Ah! Oh, it's louder and clearer. Oh god, the item itself was what made the sound. Huh. Rat and egg. I don't think that has... This one is kind of floaty. But it's a pulsating power like a beating heart. Doesn't seem to make any sense. The bird? Nothing to remark. It doesn't smell or sound like anything. It's got some raised detailing. And it's tarnished silver. That's the only thing we got about that one. It doesn't make any sense. Could it be the most obvious one? It's literally the levitating stone. What else looks like? What else looks like a little creature or like a little insect? Right? A feather or the wings of a bird or insect, for example. What is this one? Nothing to remark. It doesn't smell or sound like anything. Warm and vibrating with energy. Okay. It's gold and silver. Wait, it's leaves. It's not feathers. Maybe these two could mean something, you know? These two symbols. Let's go find them. In fact, I will bring this with me down here. Wait. Here. No, that's not what I want. This is what I want. Let's go check up our symbols. No. 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 Oh, cold and heat. Well, cold and heat. That's not useful for us right now. You know what? This looks like a some sort of wing to me. This thing. It could just be this one. Am I gonna die? Yeah, I did it again. Uh-oh. Oh, he's still playing the same game this time. Oh, that is a lot more than last time. Sure, it's a rare one to get. Okay. I could save the cat. Uh-oh, we got an X. Are we gonna die? We've never had a single star, have we? Okay. Alright. Oh, it's not good. We could save 1 1 and then roll again. Ah! Break the seal before it breaks your mind! Yeah, I think you're right. The stars can be anything. We got this one here. Okay, it goes down, but not all the way down. Okay, we have a limit to this. No, it's 3. Oh, thank you, cat. That cat just saved our butt. I mean, we can definitely keep the cat. And... wait. Can't? Just gonna keep the cat, I guess. Uh-oh. I need 2 cats. Please. Sure. Cat. Stop it. I think that it's random whether I'm able to do the stars or not. I don't know why. Very merciful of the cat known as the devourer of souls to not devour our soul. Yeah, I mean, the cat wants us to keep our soul until he devours our soul, I'm pretty sure. So, one of these has something to do with a wing. So maybe it's this one, you know, the feather? I'll give him this one. Nothing else has anything to do with a feather or a wing, right? I'm being too daring. It's the simplest answer. The bird motif is a connection to flight. Using my weighing scales, I can confirm that it's very lightweight. Oops. I forgot that was part of the thing. It is very lightweight indeed. Silly me, I didn't even check. Okay, what is this? It's the Daedalus link. Daedalus link. It's a weird connection because Daedalus normally just means a maze. But also it kind of makes sense because the way they got out of the maze was by creating wings to fly. So I guess it makes sense. The stars need you to have a pair of that many stars. Needs to have a pair of that many of anything. I only read the last part, but I'm not. Oh, it's a pair of anything. Like, it cannot be anything. It just has to be a pair. That makes more sense than what I was thinking. You make more sense than me. Edmund Bishop, our bird aficionado. The ravens are back, I see. Looks like it's going to be worse this time. After speaking to Verona, I've come to extend an open invitation to visit Gleiston Castle. Gleiston. My family has lived there for generations, and I know there are artifacts that would be of use to you gathering dust in hidden corners. Probably you should give them all to me. You know, give them to me. Donations. I'm not buying all of them. All I ask is that you stay out of the South Tower and the master bedroom. I mean, sure, I won't go into your master bedroom. And want anything you find by me, of course. I always think of wings when I think of Daedalus, but that's because of the Daedalus bow in Terraria that has a wing design. You see, for me, Daedalus is the story of the Minotaur. So it's the man who built the maze that was meant to keep the Minotaur in, but was actually also imprisoned in the maze with the Minotaur. And then him and his son wanted to get out of that prison maze, and to do so they could only fly. So they made the wings, and that is also how we get the story of the one who got too close to the sun, because the wings were made of wax, and by going too close to the sun it was too warm, and the wings melted, so the guy fell down, which is what's his name? Hey, what's his name? Hey something. I forget. What's the name? But yeah, there is definitely a connection, but I never connected the word Daedalus to that, because Daedalus means maze. So yeah, that's my brain for you. He's giving us stuff. Here's something to get you started. Walk past the main staircase and turn left. What the fuck would you mean? Main staircase. Past it, turn left. Yeah, and then what? Follow the corridor down to the end and go through the door to the left. Huh? Walk past the main staircase. You're here. Walk past it. Turn left. If you turn left and go to the end and go through the door to the left. There. Okay, this door. This is the room. There's a small plinth in the corner of that room with an item on it that you are welcome to. I never did like it anyway. Is it going to be an exploration? Yeah. Ah, I must have taken the wrong turn. God damn it. Icarus! Thank you. My brain was not working properly. Ah, I can change the maps. We have multiple maps. I love it. I still don't get it though. Because if we are in the grand hallway and we walk past these and turn left, and we end up here. Even if I guess they could mean follow that corridor down. They might mean that the whole corridor and then this one. Yeah, the plinth is not hard to spot in the corner of the room next to a small writing desk. A glass jar houses the object mentioned in Edmund's note. As I gather the item and turn to leave, my eye is drawn to a green book on the desk. The author's name is of particular interest. I pick it up and find Edmund on my way out, who encourages me to take it with me. I try to insist on paying for it at least, but he won't entertain the idea. So he's giving me a book on gemstones. Okay, we're going into full-on symbolism, and this item is gorgeous. Look at it, it's so pretty. Alright, we're gonna be reading some gemstone book. What do we have in here? Oh, the ember is a diurnic, which makes sense. It means day. Yellow or orange, sometimes containing impurities. The sunstone, fire and light, heat and life. The amethyst is a waxic, which is body. So purple, a stone of containment. The aquamarine is a dradic. No idea what that one is. Pale blue or turquoise, a stone of water. Bloodstone is waxic, dark green or black with flecks of red, a dark stone for dark purposes. Iolite, I love that. I love that word. Diurnix, so it's a day. A dark bluish purple, a calming stone of peace and safety. Jade is a Dradic. Green, a stone of the earth and nature. I love jade. Kyanite is Mentic, so mental. Blue, an anchor between body and mind. Malachite is Mentic. I also love malachite. Dark green, striated. The fourth eye, a stone of sight. You must go, you're sleepy, that's all good. You're going to have some very nice rest and sweet dreams, and you'll have more inspiration tomorrow for more drawings, I'm sure. Thank you for coming by. The Moonstone is a Selenic, so that's moon. Pearly-opalescent, usually pink or off-white, a stone of protection and enveloping night. The Obsidian is Dradic. It's black volcanic glass, a stone of fire and fury. The Onyx is Noctic, which is night. Black striated, a stone of the night and of darkness. There are some who fear it and some who are seduced by it. Topaz is a body waxic. Pale yellow, a stone of strength. And Vivianite, Noctic, which is also night. Dark blue-green, a stone of death and decay. It grows on iron coffins and waterlogged corpses. I love this book so much. I love that we have more than one book. It makes my life so much happier. I love it. I love it so much. At the end of a long passageway, after days spent clearing away dangerous rockfalls, the duo came upon a chamber. In it they found a small stone tomb, too small to contain human remains. It's like a cat? A cat's remains? Or a pet of some sort? Probably. Alright. I don't know what that's about. That's some weird thing going on. Oh, we're gonna follow our little thing here. Oh god, that's hard to follow. That's so tiny! What is this? Oh, it's a hole. It's a hole in the card. Okay, we can find that. That's not too deep. Oh, it might be in the house. You know, it might be in the house. That shape. Right? Yeah, it's this shape. A portrait of some dead lord eyes me suspiciously as I enter the room and start absent-mindedly opening drawers. The room is cold and austere, and I am about to leave when I spot a crate under the chest of drawers. This could be something. Oh, it's so pretty. It's like some sort of ISIS symbol or something. I don't know. Customer. Not sure about this fog today. It's an eerie atmosphere out there, especially with those damn ravens back again. It's usually fierce black dogs I have to worry about, not big black birds. Yeah, I mean, you don't have to worry. Better off inside, I reckon. They're just birds. You don't have to make a fuss. They're not gonna attack you. The triangle has intrigued me ever since I first heard about it as a young boy. What caused the pine trees to grow like that? Did someone plant them? I know you'll at least have heard of it, but did you know this? I calculated the exact center point and there's a small clearing there. It can't be a coincidence. What's more, there is a certain energy about it, not entirely welcoming either. I wonder if you might take a look for yourself. Thomas Pope and Hamish. Do we have a triangle of trees? Somewhere? The Triangle. Is it a place that's called the Triangle? I'm not seeing the word triangle on the list. Strange horticulture. Wait, we can see exactly where we were. This is where we used to be. This is where I used to live. That's nice. Well, I'm not seeing no triangle in this. So I don't know. Oh, hello, welcome in, Wolfie. I thought you were saying no, but you're saying noodle. That's right, that's me. I'm the noodle. Not currently a noodle, but you know, I could become a noodle if you guys want me to be one. It's all up to you. I found the triangle, it's over there. Sure enough, as I approach the center of the curious triangular cups at the heart of Heathwood, I come across a clearing. A tree that has been split in two stands in the center. Sunlight breaks through and I take a deep breath of cleansing pine and earth. Almost immediately, I am struck by a sense of ominous power, and my intuition tells me that there is something unusual here at the heart of the wood. I examine the broken tree and notice some strange markings carved into the trunk. Heart beating faster, I spot something else embedded in the wood. 3 pendants arranged in a triangle shape. Pendants, we got some new things. Maybe it was a bit of both. You saying no to me without, you know, a reason? Why would you do that? That makes no sense. So we did do this one now, so I can put it away. What is this one again? Atomic object produce a field of sort. Although visible. Atomic lens. We don't have atomic lens. We don't have that. So we're playing a game very similar to last time that was all about plants. This one is all about magical items. We've got a bunch of magic items that we identify. It's pretty cool. Why do things have to make sense? I mean, it's kind of the point of doing things. It has been many years since I've performed the rite of the red knives, but I can still remember every step. I'm gonna make a big old man voice. I'll do it one more time before I die. If I could only get my hands on an Orford spire. I tried that place at Arnside and they sent me here. Alright, some Orford spire, whatever that is. Orford spire. I should do a redeem for me to make some French accent just for fun. Orford Spire. During the rite of the red knives, an Orford Spire is fully submerged in goat's blood for 9 days and 9 nights. When performed correctly, the rite is said to impart vitality and clarity of thought, although perhaps not for the goat. Indeed. We live on a giant spinning rock suspended in space. Make sense of that. It makes a lot of sense. It makes so much sense. We're an amazing miracle of life on a little dusty planet in an absolutely immense space. And it's just the world is just beautiful. Orford Spire. Fully submerged in goat's blood. Wait, this is covered in blood, right? It flakes off. It doesn't smell like anything. It has an energy about it. I say this is it. This is the Orford Spire. It is Orford Spire. I'm gonna just name it though. Seems to be a positive one, so we're gonna go with this. Orford Spire. I'm curious about some of the names because this one does not look like a spire at all. Is there really enough space to put everything in that little shell? That's so silly. What if I put the reds in here and I start putting all the necklaces in that one here? It's going to be less crowded a little bit. All right, that's better. Eli White, I need to go away for a few days again. Dude, it's your shop. What am I doing in your place? The Order of the Black Veil will have the information I'm looking for. Oh, we've been to these people. They seek to understand the world beyond death, drinking an elixir that sinks them into a deep trance. Yeah, we gave them the elixir in the other game. If I'm right, they may be able to shed some light on these events. The only problem is I burned that bridge long ago. Could you hand me that Guise of Lillian? It won't be the first time I've used one to get around their hatred of me. That's interesting, my dude. We're gonna help you with that. I feel like we get caught up in the day-to-day nonsense to appreciate what a crazy thing life is. You are correct. And usually when I'm having like any sort of like depressed moment or any moment when I'm like anxious or I have like a lot of like stress or just discomfort of any sort about anything in my little tiny little life. Every time I just, you know, put my life in perspective on the planet, that we're just little ants on this little tiny grain of sand, and we're spinning around, and all my problems are so tiny that they're not that important, and it helps me a lot to put things into perspective. And I think everybody should do that. So yeah. We're gonna see what we can do with this guy, with the Guise of Lillian, whatever that is. Guise of Lillian. These items, so they can be more than one thing, can allow the bearer to pass unrecognized. If used for any length of time, the wielder can begin to lose their sense of self. The remains of bygone creatures have been used in thaumaturgy for centuries, from petrified teeth and bones to trilobites, ammonites, and devil's toenails. A Guise of Lillian is one such item that makes use of this ancient source of power, which would be this one, because of this part. As I notice a slight out-of-body feeling, like my hands belong to somebody else. There you go, we have proof. This is the Guise of Lillian. I'm gonna name it right away. It's kind of neutral because it's just changing your perception of yourself. Guise of Lillian. And I'm gonna give it to him. Yay! They say that for astronauts, when they view Earth from space, everything just dissolves away like nothing else matters. I bet that would be such an amazing experience though. Like, so few people have had this experience. It's gotta be so amazing. So the item has an ammonite fossil embedded in it. Closer inspection reveals that it produces an out-of-body feeling. Perfect. So this is now another neutral item that we have here. Perfect. Oh, we have a new character, Rebecca Rose. Hello. Oh, is that a cat? No, it's not a cat, it's a dog. My eyes may have completely gone now, but it's good to know I still have my cat senses. Okay, you don't. You're blind, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be that snarky. I do hope I'm in the right place. My doctor told me about a shop that specializes in unusual items. Yeah. My life's joy has always been painting. Without that in my life, I'm afraid I'm at a bit of a loss. I know that I will never see again, but is there anything in your collection that might help me paint again? Something to help you paint? I feel a little foolish for asking. It seems such a small thing, but to me it means everything. I mean, we got vinegar. Oh, I can do Aries Remnant or Spirit Eye. Oh, we'll have to see what that does. We always have Googlers to try and replicate the experience. I mean, I get that experience sometimes. I feel it when I'm playing a game like, well, not necessarily No Man's Sky. It is a very huge one. It's very, but like any game that you can go into space and by yourself, you can lift off of the earth and like go into space and then go for long lengths of time along like emptiness before going to, you know, towards anything else that is full of any sort of life. I find that fascinating and a very cool experience to live. Let's go check these two possibilities, Aries Remnant and Spirit Eye. Aries Remnant. These objects induce a form of synesthesia where colors and tones, light and shadow can be felt through touch. They are sometimes used by those who work in low light conditions, such as miners. The gemstones in an Aries Remnant are arranged in the shape of the constellation that shares its name. So it gives you the ability to be aware of colors by mere touch, which is interesting. And the other one is the Spirit Eye. The Spirit Eye. There are some who stay away from spirit eyes, believing them to be a window into a world that should not be seen, and others who deride their fear as nothing more than superstition. It is not clear exactly what they do show. Another layer beneath the visible world, perhaps, a layer that requires something more than the traditional senses to experience. They draw their power from the opposing symbols inscribed upon them. Oh, so that would be maybe this one? because this is like cold and heat, which are two opposing symbols. But then this one also has a bunch of symbols and it could be opposing. You've yet to play No Man's Sky? It's really good. I've been playing with some friends over the last few weeks because they got the new Corvette, and it's really good. It's a really well made game. Alright, I'm gonna search up some of these symbols. Alright, we're gonna do some research on symbolism. Yep. So we need a bunch of these. So let's say we look at this one that looks like a snowflake, and this one which is a rune. Let's try to see them. Snowflake and a rune. Snowflake, snow, and the rune is hail. Is that an opposition? Then the sideways S, and then the upside down M or whatever. Oh, thunder and rain. They're not really in opposition. They're more complementary. The branch and the cross, lightning and wind. Yeah, they're not opposition. Yeah, they're weather. They're weather things. This one doesn't really have symbols. So yeah, I think this one would be the eye. The spirit eye. Let's give it to her. Yay! The Malachite gemstone hints at their ability to see a world beyond ours. Cool. The spirit eye. Alright, so I'm gonna name it. Probably not. I'm probably gonna make it a neutral. Because it's not really good or bad. It's really just seeing a world nobody else can see. It was a game I was hyped for before it came out, but alas, it has not managed to schedule itself into my life. And it is a time-consuming game, to be fair. Like, I haven't even finished the tutorial, and I've been playing for hours with friends. Like, we're not progressing all that much. Clarence Hawker. He's a new guy? Those ravens I've done for 3 more poor buggers. 2 of them up at Colgarth, and another fella a fisherman. People are getting a bit panicky around here. Oh, okay, it continues happening. Nothing natural about folk turning up with eyes all black like that. Yeah, true. And now this fog too. With the nights drawing in and me working late, I refuse to walk down Holbrook Road without so much as a lantern. Okay. I had something nice and bright in mind. A sun bond. I'm sure we can find something that fits that description. Isn't that an ember? An orange gemstone? What is this one? An orange gemstone. So these two could be embers, which would be the kind of stone that represents the sun. Now it says sun bond. A sun bond. A sun bond is a small and lightweight, designed to be carried discreetly and made of non-precious metal of some kind, housing a gemstone of light. They carry the warmth and the light of the sun, a brightness that can pierce the darkest gloom. We're gonna weight this one. It doesn't seem to weigh much versus this one, which weighs more, but not that much more. Do we have any other? Oh, this one also has a bit of a... Oh, it's bronze. What is this one made of? It's made of bronze. And this one is made of gold, isn't it? So this is not the one. It's precious metal. So this would be it. This would be the sun bond. I'm gonna name it Sun Bond. And I'm gonna give it to the guy and hope that that's the right thing. Someone commented on a poem of mine whilst I was watching a movie. Oh, did they? And was it a good comment? Sunbond. This item is an ember gemstone, a stone of light. It is made of bronze, a non-precious metal. Close inspection reveals that it is strangely warm. I didn't even check that, but sure. So this is another green item I can put up here. I love this. Oh shit, I have been missing a bunch of new introductions. Bend your ear to the trees. Hold your palm out to the wind. The ravens can feel it. Can you? Something is stirring. I will need a Holgen Grim in the coming days. Okay, and I have to have it right now, sure. Let's read who we have. She is a priest. Audrey Bell. Followers of the warrior god Holgar are not easy to come by, but they make up for their low numbers with zeal and grandiosity. Their priests have all the self-appointed authority of a village fete organizer, and the power struggles between clergy and acolyte are as bitter and hard-fought as many a debate about bunting or cake stands. Audrey has strong opinions about death and the afterlife, perhaps forgetting that the god she follows is best known for sending thousands of people reluctantly to it, but had very little to say about its substance. Interesting. She's a little nun, priest, something. Beautiful work, but it was a poem from 2018, which is always weird how they found something from so long ago. I mean, it's kind of like random at that point when they find that sort of thing. Oh, we have the artist, Rebecca Rose. Rebecca's eyesight deteriorated very quickly several years ago. Now she is just barely able to distinguish dark and light. This affliction has robbed her of the thing that brought her the most joy in this world, painting. And yet it has not robbed her of her determination or her kindness or her love of life. When she learned of strange antiquities and that it might hold a way to restore her sight, she was hesitant. She never did anything without careful consideration, but eventually her desire to paint again won over, and she decided the risk was worth taking, and we gave her an item that will curse her. We're very cool people. Alright, we need a Holgen Grim, whatever that is. Holgen Grim. Holgen Grim. These eerie creations are worn by priests of Holgar in various rituals relating to death and the afterlife. The sacrament to ask for his protection, Wolfsong's truth to seek his judgment, path of the warrior to help the dead find their way. That's it? That's what we got? That's not giving me much. That is not giving me much. How's my writing coming along? I've had so many ideas lately. I've been taking so many notes. I've had inspiration for 2 stories at the same time, which is kind of a curse for me right now, because I can't sit down and write 2 books at once. I need to choose one or the other. And that's kind of my plight right now. I can't choose. Both of them are inspiring me right now to the same level of intensity. They're very different too. They're not the same world building setting. They're not the same character type. They're not the same like readership. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm in trouble. So death in the afterlife. We need to find an item that looks like death in the afterlife. Purple gemstone. Oh. No, not this one. This one. A stone of containment? Or peace and safety? So purple would not be it. What do we have that is death? Okay, the dark blue green is death. Protection, truth. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Blue green. Do we even have a blue green stone anywhere? This one is very intense. Blue green stone. This one is a blue green stone. No, it's a green stone. Oh, this one is a blue green stone. Yeah, it looks very deathly. What else do we have about this thing? Okay, wait. The sacrament, okay, and is worn, so that looks like a mask. I bet this is it. Yeah! So that's the Holgen Grim. It's an eerie item that can be worn. The sketch shows a priest wearing the mask with their back to us. I didn't even notice that. Using the index, we can find a sketch of Holgar, to whom the mask bears a striking resemblance. Didn't check that either. And the gemstone is Vivianite, a stone of death. That's the only thing I went with. It's the only thing I went with. God damn. I was lucky. Holgen Grim. Okay, Holgen Grim. I'm just gonna name it. Kind of a neutral, I guess. It's just a ritual thing. Holgen Grim. And I'll put it with my other neutral items over here. Yeah. We have a thing here. I didn't even know. We could look at images. Holgar. The Holgar. Where do I see his look? It's not showing me anything. Oh god. Okay, the heart chamber. Ah, Holgar wielding his twin axes, Wolfsong and Fearbringer. So it is like very similar to him. I didn't think of looking at that. I'm so silly. Okay, I'm gonna put the books back there. Yeah. Be grateful for the inspiration, for it so quickly can become barren. Yeah, the thing is, I have 2 levels, like even 3 levels of inspiration in like any sort of creation. I have the inspiration for the world, the story, the characters, that all comes together. It's kind of like the world building, and that is very chaotic in my brain. So I can be like doing the dishes and I'll have an idea and I have to write it down, or I have a discussion between 2 characters and I have to write down the discussion, like it's kind of meaningful to what is happening in the story. But I also have like creative moments where I have all of that background world building and stuff that I want to talk about or write about, but it's chaos in my brain. And when I sit down to write, the words don't come because it's too much of chaos in my brain. So I need to have the right inspiration to put it into words that are going to be pretty and interesting to read. And then there's a different level of and quality of inspiration for me when I'm editing, which is I'm going back through the same story, and the inspiration has to be in making it better, cutting down words, making sure everything is the coolest. Wait, what is this? I found a magic thing. I found a secret. There's so many secrets in here. Is this a secret? I don't know. I guess it's the end of the day. Inside was the reason they had toiled so hard. A small black casket. A very valuable small black casket. They knew enough not to open it, but perhaps too little to fully understand the danger it posed. I still don't understand the full story of these people that we're reading about. I keep thinking it's a loading screen. It's not. It's a drawing I have to do. It looks like a little... Oh, it's stairs. I thought it was like a bell. I've never experienced where it's been so chaotic that I was unable to write it down. I have had that so much. Like, I can write it down in as much of the same chaos. If I keep the same chaos in the words I write down as notes to myself, I'm able to put the chaos in my brain as chaos on the page. That's not an issue. But the issue is to be able to turn that chaos on the page into something readable and enjoyable to read for other people, so that it goes beyond the idea of the world building and becomes something that is, you know, part of the story. That's the part that I find the most difficult. It's translating these concepts in my brain into something that is beyond the concept, that is actually an interesting event or scene or discussion or plot element for readers to enjoy. I also write long form. Whenever I write poems or short form stuff, the chaos is much more easy to control, and I managed to make a story or a short poem make sense on 1 page of notes. When I'm working on long form, the chaos is also the order in which some things happen. And when I take the notes in the order that the idea comes to me, the document can be 10, 15, 20 pages, and it's not going to be in any sort of chronological order with how I'm telling the story. And that is where the kind of chaos happens to me. And I need to be more organized, but I have ADD. So I have a hard time organizing sometimes. So that makes the writing a little bit more complicated. But when I'm into it and I've managed to organize it on like a note page next to me, I'm more able to sit down and write. And then I also kind of discover the story. I have to abandon any sort of preconceived idea, and I let the story sort of unveil itself to me. It's weird. I don't even understand how people, you know, how to explain it to people and how other people live it, because I'm pretty sure it's different for everyone. But for me, even if I have a very, very predetermined idea for a plot or a scene, as I'm writing, I'm discovering things about the characters, about the world, and then I have to go back in my notes and correct information, and I have to go back to the story and continue. And it's such an interesting process, and it makes me so excited. And right now, I wish I could write more, but I feel like the most time I have to write is the time I'm streaming, and I kind of want to be streaming stuff that people want to see and watch. Because if we were writing, like if I did like writing streams, it would be like 90% silent. And I'm a chatty person. And I can't be chatty if I'm writing. So it's kind of like, it's a big issue. It's the magic of writing, watching it unfold before you. Yes! And even writing something silly, like writing a letter to somebody. Or whenever I have like colleagues, it's their birthday and I have their birthday card and I have to write something. Is the magic of having a memory or an idea of what you want to say and putting it in such a way that people, when they read it, they have a smile on their face and they understand what you're trying to say beyond just, you know, happy birthday, have a good day kind of thing. And I like to do that with obviously the people I care. Like not every colleague is going to get the coolest, best message ever on their birthday card, but still, that sort of thing. So this is up the stairs, left, then left again. Second on the right is where I spend each night. So we're going to go in the manor to go check that out. So it's up the stairs. That doesn't make any sense. It says up the stairs and left. That makes no sense. What other stairs do we have? Not a lot of stairs with the left option. Let's pretend it's this, okay? It's up the stairs and left. That means to this room. Then left again. I mean, that doesn't... Here? No, it makes no sense. Up the stairs and left. And then this becomes right. So that doesn't work. None of this works. Up the stairs. There's no left. If you're left and you go through here, then it's straight. There's no... This one is left, but this one is a dead end. There's a lot of ways to go up. There's a lot of stairs, but they're all circular, which do not help. Let's say it's the middle stairs here. Let's say it's this, up the stairs and left. Then left again. Second on the right. 1, 2. Where I spend each night. Yeah, okay, I got it. It had to be different stairs entirely. Noodle has favorites, for sure. Especially at work. Not everybody's nice. So if they're not nice with me, I'm not gonna be nice with them. I don't tolerate meanies. The bedroom looks like it hasn't been used for some time. A thin layer of dust coats the furnishings and cobwebs decorate every corner. Pulling back the thin curtains lets some light in, but more importantly, they reveal a macabre item that has been hiding on the windowsill all this time. I'm not sure how I'm pronouncing this word. I think I'm saying it in French, but I don't know how it's said in English. Is it macabre? Macabre? I don't know. Who would not be nice to you? You want me to fight them? I mean, I'll fight them. You don't even have to lift a finger. I'm not defenseless, especially like an office kind of situation. I could beat them up myself with words and get my bosses on my side. I'm very strong. There's too many things stuck together there. Is that it though? We don't have anything else? I want more puzzles. Fine. Helena Appleton, the new person. I can never get any peace in my house. When am I to find time to do my writing? Hey, she's me. I've tried beeswax, but that makes my ears sore. And besides, I can still hear the shouting and banging at all hours. Who'd you live with? Werewolves? I heard you might be able to help me. St. John's Anvil. Okay, what the fuck is that? Green? Yellow. St. John's Anvil. St. John's Anvil. These items have much in common with the St. John's poppy plant, which was a red and yellow plant, I remember, of the same name, a fact that is reflected in their designs. They have quite different uses, however, whereas the plant helps to overcome deafness, an anvil will dampen the sound. They can even be tuned to filter out certain noises, but allow others to be heard still. This is pretty cool. How were my donuts the other day? None were lemony. I'm very sad about that. They had no lemon donuts, ever. In fact, they had some weird ones. And one of them I think I threw away because it was just too sweet. I don't like super sweet stuff. If it's like fresh fruity, I like it. But if it's like super chocolate, super caramel, super like intense sugar, I don't like it. But we don't have lemon donuts. We don't have a lot of lemon stuff, and I'm sad. Custard donuts, yeah, exactly. Those custard donuts, they're fun because the taste is not too intense. It's very light and fresh, and it's not too bad. But I like a fruit donut. Custard donut is fine, but anything that is like filled up with some very thick, like sweet cream or chocolate or anything very sweet like that, I can't take it. It's the plant is reflected in their design. Okay, these leaves are definitely represented both here and here, right? I'm gonna check the feeling I have with them. Nothing to remark. Well, this one, do I have anything to remark? Nothing to remark. Maybe that's not it. Maybe I'm getting straying here. But it does look like a very similar symbol. Oh, this would also be like kind of plant-like, right? Nothing to remark. What is this one? It's cute, but it's not got nothing to do with it. Nothing about it represents anything. How about this one? What is this? A turquoise. Turquoise? Is that a good thing? I don't know. What is a turquoise? Aquamarine. Kyanite. Obsidian. This is not even turquoise in here. No, she knows what custard is. I understand what it is. You've explained it. I think I know what it is. But it's not, it doesn't exist as like a dessert on its own. It doesn't exist like sold on its own or with fruit like you described. It's a thing that they put in the donuts. That's the only thing I can think of. I don't know. What am I supposed to do? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I say it's this one. St. John's Anvil. Yes! I forget to read every time. It's annoying. I forget to read the thing. St. John's Anvil. That's a green one. I have a lot of green stuff. Which is good. Ooh, creepy dude, you must be the thaumaturge's apprentice. What color? It was kind of like an off-white yellowish color, right? I bet he's a hard man to work under. He's always gone, so it's fine. He's helped me out more than once in the past though, and speaking of the past, my eye has been aching again lately. That can't be a good sign. I'd be willing to make a fair trade for an Elvis stone if you have one. An Elvis stone. I don't remember seeing that name up here before. And Elvis stones can be used to relieve the discomfort caused by otherwise incurable ailments such as braxis or burning blood. The planetary metal used in these items is associated with the Selenic discipline, which would be silver, a connection that is also reflected in their design. That's all we have. It's called an Elva stone, but it's made of metal. What is this made of? It's tin. No, it needs to be silver. It's iron. Silver, silver, silver stone. Could be that. Could be that, definitely. Cold and smooth. It's rough and pitted. Nothing to remark. It has an ethereal quality to it. Could that be it? Yeah, I think that would be it. An Elva stone. I got it! Ooh, it's a new item that he gave us. I'm just gonna name this one. It's a positive one. Elva stone. Perfect. What is this? Kind of looks interesting. It's made with blue gemstones and gold and some silver. Okay, I'm gonna put it here. Next customer, Verona Green. Just needed to verify I accept your answer. Ah, why? Why do you accept my answer? Huh? Huh? You don't trust me? I wouldn't lie to you. I've been doing some reading. See what you make of this. Oh, you got a new... not a book. It's just an item. Okay. That fisherman they found yesterday had been up at Wyatt Beck, so I'm going to see if I can find anything out there. Everybody that we went to is all, you know, people who were hurt somehow. Here I go again, sticking my nose into trouble because I don't seem to be able to listen to that part of me that says, go put the kettle on, let someone else deal with it for a change. Yeah, I like this lady. She's probably my favorite character. Initially, I thought she was going to be the bad guy, because usually the old lady is always the bad guy in these things. It's bloody-minded arrogance to follow that thought up with, but there isn't anyone else, but here we are, and here I am. They do it all wrong anyway. I said I accept your answer, that means I do trust you. Yeah, but you had to test me, you know? You're testing me. So that means there's no trust. You had to verify the data. Therefore, you think I'm a liar. What is it? That's it? She comes up and she leaves. Bye. I have been wearing a pendant I found in the library and it does something to me. Okay. It gives me an appetite for reading that I cannot control. Please give me that. I want to have that all the time. I was lost in the library for 3 days without eating or sleeping before I managed to take the pendant off and escape. Okay, that's evil. It's evil. It's good to read, but not to the point where you don't eat or sleep. It is rather pretty though. Someone told me I need a Cussick purifier and that this is the place to get one. Cussick. A Cussick purifier. I don't know what that is. To make sure you were talking about the same thing and it wasn't lost in translation. What's the word in French for custard? What is the word? I don't even know. I think it's custard. It's the same freaking word. It's probably a French word initially. I don't need to check my French. A small topaz gemstone, so that's a yellow gem, known as the Eye, is placed in a strong smelling liquid, usually some potent barley spirit or vinegar. Small tokens, such as rings or amulets perhaps, are submerged in the liquid and left for a full cycle of the moon are cleansed of simple imbued curses or hexes. Of course, there is a limit to the effectiveness of this process. That would be this one. This is a Cussick purifier. Because the symbol is vinegar. It is a symbol of vinegar. Close inspection reveals there is a small object rattling inside, which I did not even check. Great. I'm going to go and name it. It's a purifier, so it's super good. Cussick purifier. I'm gonna put it on the shelf. I've been working on something that you might find interesting. Did you know that nobody knows who built strange antiquities? It's very old, perhaps the oldest building in Undermere. according to some accounts. Even Eli doesn't know all of its secrets. I've been decoding a journal that he found. It's slow work, but I made a bit of a breakthrough recently. That's great. I can discover the plants below the counter. Huh? I've learned that they can be used to access the shop's hidden depths. What do you mean? And this journal holds some of the keys. Here's something I discovered late last night. See what you can make of it. ChatGPT does not disagree with you. I'm disappointed. You thought ChatGPT would disagree with me? I mean, I would be happier if ChatGPT disagreed with me because I don't want to agree with ChatGPT. Oh, well, this is gotta be interesting. It's a protection symbol, the protection up here. Alcove, a horned shackle, and an evocant. And then a moon something. The writing is dense and spidery, so it's not always easy to decipher. So we don't really know what it is yet. A moon something? Do we have a moon something? A moonstone guardian maybe, but we don't know what that is yet. For the banishment of Hub's fear and Noctic's sight, these tend to take the form of a comforting guardian. I don't think we have that quite yet, you know? They're not going to give that to us right away. I'm going to put this one right here for now. Let's call the next customer. After years of working in a thundering mill, I'm afraid I'm quite deaf now. Oh, I know what to give you, my dude. I've tried St. John's Poppy, but I'm looking for a more permanent solution. Huh. I would love to be able to hear my niece's laughter. So he wants a hearing charm, which would be this one, probably. Well, Tough Cookie, you and AI are officially knowledge buddies now. Shit. I don't want to be a knowledge buddy. It's a hearing charm, a hearing charm. A simple trinket that amplifies sounds. While generally used by the hard of hearing, they are a curiosity that can be enjoyed by young and old alike. And of course, they have more devious applications too, making it possible to eavesdrop on private conversations. Hearing charms take the form of animals known for their hearing, like a bat. Ta-da! I know it was that one. I've had the hearing thing on it every time that I manipulated it. Alright, it's the end of the day. It is. Did you play Coffee Talk? This game reminds me of that, but in that you play a barista. I don't think I have played Coffee Talk. I do have one that's called Tavern something? Tavern Chat? Something like that. And I was keeping it for our how's it called? We wanted to do a visual novel November, so I'm keeping the visual novels more for that period, even though this is kind of a visual novel to an extent. At camp that night, one of the pair had awoken with pain in his left eye. He was alert to the threat at once, recognizing two things at the same time. One, a part of his mind was not his own, and two, the casket wanted to be opened. Ooh. Yeah, I think you've talked about Coffee Talk before, because that rings a bell, but I don't think I have it. I might, if you say it's a good one, I might add it to my list, you know. What the fuck is this symbol? What the fuck is this? Ah, it's very difficult to do. Okay, it's a character. You don't think visual novel November is a thing? I know, I'm making it up. And I'm telling you about it. The maiden in the tower points the way. I am buried among the trees. Maiden in the tower points the way? Huh? The maiden in the tower? Is there a tower? Here, the Gaffer's Tower, 22. Where's 22? Well, I don't think that would be it. There's got to be another tower. Right? Maybe not. Maybe this is it. I climb the narrow winding stair to the top of the tower and am rewarded with views across Lake Undermere. I am not alone in the tower. Standing in the center of the circular platform is a statue of a young woman, the maiden. Her outstretched arm points due east across the rooftops of Undermere and beyond. Due east. Okay, we can do that. Due east from here. Among the trees. So it would be this. I must have taken a wrong turn. A wrong turning. This isn't where I meant to come. Okay, shit. But if she says due east. Unless it's this. Mossy wood? Oh, it is. Okay, it was all the way there. Shit. I see what you're just making things up. Me making things up? Yeah, that's the point. I'm a writer. They're not lies, they're lore. I'm making lore. Yeah, it's something that as I was playing the start of Nekopara, I was like, visual novels are kind of cool on stream. Nekopara is not going to be amongst the one I'm going to play in November, but I am into that sort of game. So anything that's got some creepy vibes, anything that's got some interesting like fantasy D&D theme, I'm gonna probably keep and play on in November, and we're gonna make it a thing. We're gonna make it visual novel November, just like we make Spooky Saturday and Sunday Sundries, and I'm making shit up for each of my streams. Yeah, we're gonna do that. I found what I'm looking for in a small cavity carved into a sturdy oak tree. I look around, half expecting to see someone, but there's nobody there. I take my prize and leave, feeling my mood lifted by the smell of damp moss and the gentle rush of wind through the treetops. Oh, that's a pretty little drawing. Ooh, that's a slightly creepy little thing. What is this? It probably isn't even balanced. I walked up the beck a mile or so in the cold and wet yesterday and found a section with a handful of dead fish floating in it. Belly up and blackened they were. Oh, same as the people. Okay, this is extending to animals now. This is not an illness. I'm not sure what to make of it, but I don't like it. I bet. I'm on my way to Calgarth Hall now. I spoke to Dr. Robertson earlier and she said the 2 women they found there are still in the same state as the others, in a trance and eyes all black. That's strange, for sure. Why you come to tell me this? Before I go, Anna Bryant asked me to drop this off. Oh, please, give me stuff. I want more stuff. Oh, it's just a letter. What if I have visual novel October? I mean, October is Halloween, so it doesn't work. Also, no alliteration. October has got to be something with an alliteration with uck. Like, I don't know. Occipital October. Something like that. When we were kids, we used to explore an abandoned house on the lakefront. We'd take a boat out to the northern tip of Naylor Island and row across from there. You know the one I'm talking about, second from the left in the row 4. I found myself outside its door 3 days ago and I went inside for old time's sake. I wish I hadn't. It always had an ominous feel to it. It has taken me the last 3 days to summon the courage to write this letter, but I think it's better you see for yourself what's out there. Yours in faith, Anna Bryant. Okay, I'm super curious now. We need to understand what the fuck she's talking about. We used to explore an abandoned house on the lakefront. So this is all the lakefront. We take a boat out to the northern tip of Naylor Island. So, northern tip. And row across from there. Huh? We take a boat out to the northern tip. You know the one I'm talking about, second from the left in the row of 4. Second on the left in the row of 4. So this? I don't know exactly what I was expecting to find. Anna's letter was quite vague after all, but I certainly wasn't prepared for this. In an alcove of the house, peering out through loose mortar and crumbling brick, is a macabre. A lot of times they say the fucking word macabre and I don't know how to say that. Shrine of sorts. The skull of a stag is mounted above the opening, its antlers smeared with a dark red substance, probably blood, and large melted candles pull out onto the wooden floor on either side. In the center of the altar there's a small iron chest, rusted and fused to the floor. It's clear that it has been here for a long time. I do not see any hinge or keyhole or any way of opening it at all, but after a while I noticed an inscription that says simply, I open to the voice. Is it the voice of Carnunos? Could be the voice of Carnunos. The chest opens to reveal a golden totem. I can't imagine who would have stashed it here and why, but it doesn't look like they're coming back for it anytime soon. Oh, it's a kitty totem! I love it so much! It's got a little opal middle thing here. A light pink gemstone, yeah. It's pronounced Mercarb. Mercarb, I'm sure. You're making it into a French word somehow. Halloween in October is not an alliteration either. Yeah, but you make a joke with Halloween. Like, I don't know, Happy Halloween. Or, little Halloween helper. I don't know, something that rhymes like. We got a little kitty cat. I love it. Lester Crowley. I apologize if this inquisition is an imposition to your disposition. Dude, shut up. It is not my intention to bring to your attention a matter of contention. Please. Dude, chill. I have an inclination to perform an incantation of flirtation. Okay, you're in love with somebody. For your part, a leaden heart of the atomic art. Why does he have to rhyme? I feel like this guy deserves like a slap. Like he's under a curse of some sort, a rhyming curse. You'll be playing Walking Dead Season 2? That's cool. I got all the Walking Deads and I never played them. I should probably do that at some point. Should probably. Maybe. This one is finished. Let's put it away. Let's go see who we have uncovered. The librarian, Simone Green. That's the same librarian we dealt with when we were at the other place. The Strange Horticulture. Simone finished reorganizing the Ambleside Library and came to Undermere in search of a new challenge. She took up swimming in the lake after hearing about the health benefits of cold water, but soon found that she preferred the health benefits of a warm blanket, a roaring fire, and a good book. Man, this is me. She manages the collections at the Wordsworth Library, following in her mother's footsteps by taking a special interest in occult writing. Did we read about this lady? Audrey Bell. Followers of the warrior god are not easy to come by. Yeah. We read that one. The relic hunter, Barton Potter. He actually looks like Harry Potter. Intelligent, affable, heroic. These are the words that Baron Potter would use to describe himself. Irresponsible, impulsive, and foolhardy are some of the more tasteful terms that those who have dealt with him might use. One thing is not in dispute, he knows how to track down objects and he certainly knows their worth. He's also no coward and he bears the scars to prove it. He's one of the few who have ventured into the depths of the catacombs and lived to tell the tale. And tell the tale he does at the slightest provocation. I like this. There's a lot of humor in the writing. I love it so much. Would you slap me for rhyming? No. You can't rhyme as bad as this guy. Like, this guy is just too much. This is a disease that he has. I'm sure you don't have a disease for rhyming. Only he does. Also, he's looking for a lead heart. Let's go check what that is. I'm so not focused right now on this guy. A lead heart. These items depict the god Cernunnos in his non-human form. They are heavier than they look due to a core of lead hidden by a more modest exterior. They are said to kindle romantic interest and are sometimes given as wedding gifts. Could that be it? Is that heavy? It is kind of heavy. It's not even a pound though, so that's not that heavy. Is this heavy? It needs to represent Cernunnos in his like... Oh, this is pretty heavy. It's heavier than 2 pounds. This has got to be it. That's a lead heart. Oh, and a heart is also... Oh god, don't hide. A heart is also a sort of animal. H-A-R-T. That would be it for sure. Yay, it's a lead heart! Great. I need to identify it. And here. Lead heart. It's like they misspell stuff though. Should be written with an A-H-A-R-T. When I write, I do tend to rhyme, so maybe it is a disease. If I decide to, I will rhyme. Otherwise, I don't. Also, I love this window. Seriously, if I have a house someday, because I'm too poor to get a house. If I have a house someday, I want it to have a window like this. With the green tint. and everything. Like, it's perfect. Angus Eaton. Oh, you're not Eli. I'm returning an item he asked me to repair. Well, the mechanism was mangled, but I've replaced all the springs and given it a clean. Good as new. Okay, thanks. Oh, it's a cool item. It's got some interesting stone on it. Out the front door has a stained glass window. Oh, I love that. I love a good stained glass window. We need more of those. We stopped making pretty things for the sake of making pretty things. It's very sad in our society. We make ugly things. It wasn't my intention to leave you unattended for this long, but I'm afraid I'm going to need to rely on you for a little longer. Good. I'm liking this. The Order of the Black Veil seemed more concerned by the ravens than the black-eyed state that Mr. Hungerford was found in. The ravens, really, they're more concerning. They said it would take a very powerful force indeed to upset them like that. Unfortunately, they either weren't able or weren't willing to talk any further on the subject. I was hoping to avoid it, but I must go to Oxford and the Bodleian Library. I've heard of that Bodleian, that rings a bell. I will be gone for a few days at least, perhaps longer, but you seem to be handling yourself well here. Sure. I'm cursing everybody in town, my good sir. I do not see eye to eye with the head of collections at the Bodleian, but I do know that he takes an interest in horticulture. Good for him. I will take him a Scythian charm to smooth things over between us. Is that one of the plants that we have in this place? Scythian charm. Luckily, nature doesn't stop making pretty things. That is very true. At least we can find some pretty things in the world. What did you say? Scythian. Scythian. Yeah. Oh, that looks like a plant. Older Scythian charms that are carved out of wood, but the more powerful designs make use of the planetary metals. No two are identical. They are used by horticulturists to encourage the stubborn plants to thrive. They change with the weather, usually quite cold but warm and tingly to the touch while it is raining. What did it? This one? Smooth. It's not telling me whether it's warm or cold. It's bronze. Maybe that's not it. It's got some elements on it. That's why I thought it was that one. But okay, so it's made of planetary metal or wood. Do we have anything made of wood? Oh, no, we have this that's made of wood. That's about it. That's our only wooden item, isn't it? And then they change with the weather. Usually quite cold but warm and tingly to the touch while it is raining. It is raining. So it would have to be warm and tingly to be the right thing. What about this? Nothing interesting. What about this? It's cool. It should be warm. It's wrong. What about this? It's weathered. It's cool. It's pitted. Warm and smooth, not tingly. I need it to be tingly. This one has a plant on it. It's rough and polished. Hard and cool, polished. What is this one? Cold and smooth. Surprisingly warm? What is it made of? Pearlescent blue, glass, and iron. I don't know. I don't know. You just got inspired? Great! You need to be all the time inspired. Cold and smooth. Hard and cool. Hard and worryingly sharp. Okay. Cool and smooth. Rough and gnarled. Warm. Not tingly though. What is it made of? It's made of gold. What about those planetary metals? I don't remember what they were. You're gonna mute? Okay. That's all good. Go do some writing. Planetary metals. Copper, gold, iron, lead, quicksilver, silver, tin. So all of these can be an option. It's kind of a weird thing. So it's pretty much any metal. So it's wood or any metal. They're used for horticulture to encourage stubborn plants to thrive. They change with the weather. Feels like this one could be it, just because it's got all these weather stuff on it. What is this one? It vibrates with energy? Is it warm? It just vibrates? It is warm? What about this? Polished, rough. Hard and cool. I need something that is warm and tingly, guys. Warm and vibrating with energy. This is the one. Oh, I've been silly. Obviously, it's this one. That makes sense. It looks like plants. Scythian charm. Right? Yeah, I got it. Scythian charm. Okay. I need to name it. Look, I have too many now. It's ridiculous at this point. I'm gonna put this here. I'm gonna put this here. I'm gonna put a couple in here. Okay. It's better. The evil one, I'm gonna put over here. I'm gonna put the hanging neutral over here. Okay, that's better. Next person. Hello, hello. Francesca Robertson. I'm at a loss with these patients. They aren't responding to anything I've tried so far, and I haven't been able to find anything in the literature that fits their symptoms. I'm finding that they become violent if they aren't restrained, and they are always trying to leave. So we need something that's going to keep them in place. If nothing else, Dranthium tea from a restful mether might get a moment of lucidity out of them, but if you've got any ideas, then I'm all ears. A restful mether. I know that's an item. Or a witch's fingers. It's probably these things. Let's go see what that would be. Witch's fingers. Witch's fingers are said to be the severed digits of the Witch of Undermere. They are capable of inflicting intense pain, but the goal is supposedly purification of the body. A most unpleasant experience, but a last resort that has cured some and finished off others. We can kill them, sure. Or the mether thing. It's a restful mether. A mether is a thaumaturge's link to the inner mind. A hot tea made from the Dranthium plant is drunk from them, taking on different properties depending on the type of mether. Unmuted is just an idea. I'm not going to force it. We'll let the words come when they come. That's what I do, which is why I haven't written a word in 3 months. I've been too distracted playing games. But yeah, I get it. This particular type can be used to enter a meditative state and bypass the rush and clutter of consciousness, promoting clarity of thought. I think this would be the best to help, but I kind of like the idea of kind of not helping. I want to give them the witch's fingers. Witch's fingers. I'm gonna name them. Probably not good. The last thing I wrote was the poem I sent you, which was that like last month. That's a lot more than I have written in a long time. Oh, that was not witch's finger. God damn. Okay then. Can I just erase it? Yeah. Yeah. No! Leave me alone. I wanna unword this. Why? Why does it have such a big thing underneath? What if I put the little space? It's a bug thing! I'm so sad. Oh, it's all bugged. I'm gonna put it down here. It's less of an annoyance down there. They have a good title though, so that's always a great start. It is. It's the best start. Would that be the witch's finger? No, that's gotta be. It is withered flesh, so that would be the... Well, why is it called the singular finger? Whatever. Witch's finger. That is not witch's finger either. Oh shit, I'm dying again. Uh-oh. Oh well, I'm not dead. Why is it that the two things that actually look like witch's fingers are not witch's fingers? I don't get it. Right? That's weird. Too many distractions though. I will probably write it when I'm in bed trying to sleep. Yeah, that happens to me all the time. Are said to be the severed digits of the Witch of Undermere. They are capable of inflicting intense pain, but the goal is supposedly purification of the body. That's all we have? Intense pain? Are these causing pain? Surely not. Oh, they're not real fingers. I didn't check what they were. Does that cause any pain? No. Witch's finger. That's a hand? Is that a finger? No. Could it be in here? Smells like rotten eggs. Green porcelain. That's not helpful. What's a witch's finger? Wait a second. This, can that open up? Oh, it didn't work. That would have been too cool. Does that open up? No. I'm gonna try everything. But none of these things look like a witch's finger. So it's like I don't really have this option. I can't do it. You ate chocolate mousse? I want chocolate mousse. Do we have an evil cant? Oh yeah, we did get the evil cant. The horn shackle. Horn shackle. Where's the horn shackle? This one? No. Horn shackle. Which? Oh, this one. And then horn shackle, evil cant, and then moon something. What is moon something? Moonstone Guardian? For the banishment of Hobbs' fear and Noctic's sight, these tend to take the form of comforting. This could be it. It's a comforting guardian, isn't it? Right? No, it's not, I guess. Maybe this is a guardian? A guardian. Oh, this could look like a guardian. It's not a guardian. Well, none of the things that we have look like guardians in any way, shape, or form. So I can't do this puzzle to unlock something extra. But I'll leave them here though. I'll leave them here. So I guess I'm gonna have to do the restful method because I don't have a bone of I don't have a witch's thingy. Wait, this goes here. Doesn't it? It's gold with a black gemstone. It feels smooth. Nothing to remark. Nothing to remark. But it looks like something that can be opened. Oh. I know you do, that's why I told you. Aha. You want to torture me. You can't torture me. I won't allow it. I'm just gonna try everything. I'm gonna try everything. Makes no sense. This thing is exactly the right shape. So this is not where we keep the witch's finger, I guess. I guess I have to be nice. What is the mither again? The restful mither. A hot tea made from dirt and plant taken. Drunk from them. It's a thing you can drink from. Thing you can drink from. You don't have a lot of things that look like they can be drunk from. I don't understand. This puzzle is too hard for my brain. If you could travel to one point in time, when would it be and what would you do? Huh! I would travel to... That's a very hard question. As a woman, I don't really want to go in the past because I would have fewer rights than I already do. The future could be interesting. I would like to maybe see the future of the planet, but I'm afraid that if I see something super negative, it would affect my hope for the future. So I don't want to see like the end of the planet or like super crazy climate change destroying the planet, making people suffer. I don't want to go too much in the future or like see how I'm gonna die. Don't want to see that. Also don't want to know when or if I'm ever going to be traditionally published or successful with my writing, because then if I know that ahead of time, I have a feeling it would affect my motivation to do what is required to get there. I don't really want to see or meet my old self. I like who I am, and it is because I did the things I did and I don't want to change anything in my past. So if I could do anything, maybe... I don't know, I don't really want to travel in time. That's... I don't know. I don't have big regrets like that. Or none that I cannot fix by not traveling in time kind of situation. Is there a point in time that you would want to travel to? Is there something you want to see or do in particular? It's turquoise. We don't even have turquoise in our list of meaning. What is this? Turquoise and orange, gold and iron. It's cool and pitted. It doesn't do anything. It's slate stone. Rough and polished. You know what? I'll try this as a finger. Didn't work. I'm dying. Oh, we can certainly do this one. Okay, what else do we have? Oh, not good. Okay, good. We could keep these two in this one. I'm gonna keep this one, but no longer this one. We want a sun. Yay! 3 moons or 2 cats? Not good. Please. Okay, 3 moons. Whew. And the 2 cats. Perfect. We did it. We didn't die for very long. How about this one? It doesn't feel like any, it doesn't smell. Okay, good. Nothing to remark. It's polished and rough. Streaked with red iron. Polished wood. What can you drink out of? None of the things that we have can be drunk out of. That's my biggest issue right now. It makes no sense. Is this a thing you can drink out of? Not really. Restful nether. Don't have anything else. I'm gonna open this thing. Can't open. No. Is this where there's a way to open? No. The hand. Maybe the hand can grab. Okay, no. Ah! I respect your answer and reasoning. Would be cool to see what the planet was like before humanity infested it from an observational point, or seeing what things are like in the future far beyond my lifespan, but also I would like to speak to my childhood self. Give him advice to make his life easier. But those around him, but I don't understand everything. But I understand that everything that has happened may be for a reason. Maybe the struggle would be worth it in the end. I don't personally, in my life, I don't think that what happened for a reason. And I don't think that the struggle is worth it. What I do think is the person I am right now is the consequence of the things that happened to me and the stuff I had to overcome and the people I had to meet and the pains I had to go through. And that's how I became me. I don't think there is any reasoning behind, like any reason, any ultimate, you know, holy or divine reason behind the things that happened to me and that have led me here. But I like the me that I am right now, and I would not want to change that. Does this look like a spoon a little bit? Maybe that's what they mean. You can drink out of a spoon, can't you? It's blue, gold. Okay, and silver. It's warm. Nothing. Maybe that's what it is, you know? It's not. It is not what it is. I don't know. How can you drink out of... Would that be it? Would that be the restful nether? No. Shit. I'm not being very good. Maybe this is a restful nether? No, it's not. I'm killing myself again. We don't have anything that we can drink from in our options, and we don't have the witch's fingers. I'm going mad here. Home of the witch. The witch had a home in the church? Maybe that's it? It is! It is the witch's finger! It was a branch. On visiting High Green Church, I was able to learn that the witch refers to a yew tree. God, I did not do any sort of research. And this item is made of yew. It also features a symbol of witchcraft. Seriously. That was a guess. That was my last guess. Witch's finger. This might kill everybody. I may have made the wrong choice, but it was the only one I could do. Shit. Alright, we're gonna end the day. He knew what he had to do without hesitating. He took hold of his diverging hook and used it to cut away the infected part of his mind before it could spread and consume him entirely. Who's this guy? What is happening here? It's a little tower. I like it. It's hard for me to overlook an intelligence behind the universe, but if that extends to our individual lives, I'm not sure, and maybe I am imposing a wishful belief upon the struggle, rather than accepting that things are just the way they are without any reason that happen here upon chance. I mean, it's entirely up to each individual to find that answer for themselves. And for me, I find comfort in the idea that there is no rhyme or reason. Things are just little miracles of nature. We are miracles of intelligence on this planet. I do think there is something behind the universe, like you say, but I'm not sure it's intelligent. I'm not sure it has a goal. In fact, there are some people who believe the idea that by perceiving the world, by being conscious, humans are making the universe. The universe would not be anything if we weren't here to perceive it. And in order to perceive it and understand it, we are sort of creating it at the same time. We're defining it. We're finding its limits. And in a way, it kind of makes us that intelligence behind everything. And I kind of like that idea. I also really like the idea of elder gods and eldritch beings being at the center of everything, and it would explain the chaos of everything in our lives, and the fact that there doesn't seem to be any good or bad in the world. Like the tree falling in the forest, does it make a sound if it's not heard? Exactly. That's how I think about it. And since we haven't found anything in the universe that has a consciousness equal to ours, the ability to do the math and the science to understand the laws of nature, to fully perceive this world, it's like we are this divinity that is both creating itself, perceiving itself, and perceiving this environment that we are in. I find that an interesting concept. I don't know how much I believe in it exactly, but I like it. At least it's a very cool idea for a story. I often just do that. I do research. I find out how people think about certain things, and then I think about applying it to stories. So I'm not even looking for the truth. I'm looking for fun, whimsy in the world. I'm closest to the sunset and furthest from the sunrise. The sun sets in the west. Right? We're talking about a tower. I'm closest to the sunset but furthest from the sunrise. So that's easy. It's something that is west. Would that be this one? Lady Rosalind built the folly in memory of her husband, lost to the lake, or so the story goes. Now it stands wind-worn and empty, overlooking the water. I checked the turret just in case. Nothing but dust and old stones. Love doesn't leave much behind. But that was not it. There's also the simulation theory that we are all just living inside what essentially is someone's video game. I think the simulation theory makes some sense because our brains are little computers. They're just fleshy computers with limitations that are just different from what our computers that we make have in terms of limitations. And so any sort of glitch is like a hallucination. Any sort of thing like that kind of feels like that's not too wrong. But I don't know for sure. Closest to the sunset. Is there a thing called sunset? Strange horticulture, barrows. Doesn't seem like there's anything called sunset. What is the direction of things? Is there? Oh, north is over there. Okay, north is up there. So that's west. Closest to the sunset. That would have been this. Why isn't it this? I guess this one could be like the most. The bleak stones stand in their circle in quiet defiance of time, once home to witchcraft and rituals, now abandoned, silent, and still like the surrounding lake. There's magic here, I can feel it, but nothing left for me to uncover. But that is not it. That is not it. The puzzles are becoming tougher, or I'm becoming stupider. I don't know. I have a feeling this would be it. Yes! Is the tower on the western side of the castle. I got it! Like in the Bible, it says man is made in God's image, and in reality, we make things in our image. For instance, robots are humanoid in form, and maybe that's ego, or maybe it's practical that the human form is the most practical. I'm not sure the human form is the most practical. In fact, if we look at like evolution out in nature, it tends to evolve into crab. So it seems like crab might be the most practical. The idea that God made man in his image, in my opinion, is a reflection of the man who wrote that in the Bible itself, because it is not written by God, but written by people who interpreted possibly the word of God, and what man could understand of whatever they learned from whatever they managed to hear from God was something that they felt was like that. But I think we have a tendency, like you say, we have a tendency to create things in our image, or to only see the world from our own point of view. And it is ego. I think it is. I think it is also inevitable because it is what we know best. And so even the gods that we've made up, all of the Roman gods and all of the, like, you know, Viking gods and Egyptian gods, they are all like people. They have human emotions, they have human lives, they have siblings, parents, they have births and deaths. We have made those gods in our image. And I think that we have a hard time imagining things outside of that. The view from the tower is quite beautiful, and it's what I find inside that catches my attention. In the middle of the room is an unlocked wooden chest, and within that, not one, but two smaller wooden chests along with a cryptic scrap of paper. Okay, we got some little scrap of paper that's not really complete. Oh. What was that symbol for again? We had the symbol. Wasn't it thunder? This? I have nothing to remark. Okay. Purple gemstone. It's made of bronze. Wood with bronze detailing. It's polished. Hard and cool. There's no sound. No feeling. What about this one? This one's got a time symbol on it. There is an unpleasant sensation at the back of my skull. Okay, I don't like this one. It's made of wood with gold leaf. It is polished and smooth. No sound or smell. But I don't like this one. I'll put it here. I'll put that here. How about this one? By a diurnic seal object made from silver. A diurnic field. Okay, that's going to be how to make the diurnic field that we've read about in this little paper here. I like the crab theory. The crab theory is cool. It feels like an eldritch god. Crabs are pretty eldritch in the way they look, you know? So we finished the day and we just did an extra puzzle, but I was not planning on doing. I just wanted to start that day because it's already almost 10 p.m. here, and I've been having some crazy days at my job. For some reason, work is picking up like crazy during fall. So I'm gonna stop the stream right here, and I want to thank you a lot for coming by and chatting with me. It was very fun. I like this whole like philosophical shit we got going. And yeah, I'm gonna go see if there's somebody we could raid. And I think Ultima said earlier that she was going. Just as the combo was getting interesting. I know, but we could pick it up another time. It's not the first time we have these deep discussions. We can always do that again. And have more people weigh in, possibly. But then again, some people don't like these discussions too, so if that's the case, we could just change the conversation. But yeah, thank you so much for coming by, for all the philosophy and all of the fun stuff. I hope you managed to write your poem. And for everybody else listening, thank you for being here. And I appreciate everybody.